right here in Seattle. Harry Ford clutch here. You know, I should actually shout out Jorge Polanco. He had an RBI double in the bottom of the 12th.
Here's the pitch.
Listen.
Swung on, stroke down the left field line. Fair ball going to the corner. Naylor scores. We are tied. Polanco steams into second. Jorge Polanco on fire. Ties up the game. It is 6-6 in the 12th inning.
And Jorge ended up being
Jorge,
the run
he needs
to
some love.
score.
I'm sorry, Jorge.
Running the fastest he has in his life from third, thanks to Harry Ford's walk-off RBI sac fly.
Peralta set. The pitch to Ford. Swung on, popped up. Is this deep enough? To right field. Lugo backs up. He makes the catch. Polanco tagging. Here comes the throw. Polanco steaming home. He slides. He's safe! And the Mariners win! Sir Harry Ford walks it off with a sacrifice fly. And for the second night in a row, it's extra inning magic. Mariners win 7-6. They are in first place with the Houston Astros.
Well. At one point, you were, I think it were 7 games back from Houston, and you have now narrowed that lead to 0. You are tied, technically in first, for first place in the AL West. A massively important series coming up. It's now, next Friday when you start that series, you enter tied, so you win the series not only for first place, but also the tiebreaker. And it's just hugely important. First, about last night's game. But were you able to stay awake?
Actually, I had to work, so
yeah.
I was doing Hawks Live.
So you were literally
7
awake.
to 9,
you have some long days in the football season.
NASA and I went to get something to eat afterwards, so we got to watch the rest of the game. I was up.
Moments.
I was up. It was fun to watch. Obviously, I didn't watch the beginning of it because I was working and then keeping an eye out on Thursday Night Football. MVP Jordan Love did what he was supposed to do last night. But, no, this is a fun one. And another rookie coming through with a walk-off. We had Cole Young do his thing at one point this year. His first game up, I believe, he hit a walk-off as well. You got Harry getting his. Rivas, the 10-year minor league champion of the world, got his as well. So, no, it was nice. It was fun for these guys to get it done. It would have been disappointing. And I'm watching this game, and all I think is the dang Angels. Like, they always just give us trouble for some reason. I don't understand it. I don't get it. But 6 in a row feels good.
Okay, so first of all, shout out to the bullpen arms. You and I talked about how pitching was our primary concern and maybe the most important thing for the Mariners in this final stretch, and certainly if, knock on wood, they end up getting to the playoffs. What the bullpen did is wildly impressive. 0 runs allowed over 14 2/3 innings. However, I have a very real question to come from this. Not only do you have many games left to play, you got 2 weeks left in the season. You got 3 more against the Angels, obviously beginning tonight. A slightly later start, 7:10 p.m. But I'm wondering, well, what does this mean for the bullpen arms? Who's the most taxed? Who do you have available tonight? What becomes the most important thing here?
What becomes the most important thing? That you weather the storm. I mean, your arms are taxed. We saw how many names were on the box score yesterday, the night before. You are going to be taxed. Miller, big ups to Miller, though. Miller had himself a good night, so big ups to him. But what's most important is that you ride this wave. You are tied with the Astros now for first place.
Yeah.
I don't even like saying
Get it out.
Until you are solo, I don't even want to say first place. Stay hungry.
Stop it.
Stay hungry.
Okay.
You're 1B. All right, you're not in
Mom's
first
not
place
impressed
yet.
with the first place Mariners right now.
No, man, because it's not real to me yet until you're by yourself or maybe you got a 2-game lead. That's when I really want to buy in. But I am happy for you. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You're taking advantage of situations. But no, it's about just riding the wave. And they come in bunches with this group, especially when you're at home. So just continue to be the team that you're at home, and you could be okay.
And the bunch right now is also 6 in a row, which is pretty solid. Curtis, if you have to give Bump and I kind of a bird's eye view of like where your bullpen's at, kind of the primary concern in this game, the most important thing for your starter, what are we looking at?
Well, bullpen right now, if you have a
it's
pulse,
me and Bump.
Yeah, you might be asked to throw tonight.
Yeah. Guys, I'm pitching the 8th.
I mean, heck, even the new Castillo has been used the last couple of nights. Luke Jackson's been used the last couple of nights. I believe we didn't see Gabe Spire last night, correct? So no Gabe Spire last night. So I would imagine Spire is your maybe closer tonight if it comes to that. He's definitely your highest leverage, freshest arm because he got the night off. Hancock didn't pitch. He did warm up a night ago. So you've got those two guys. I kind of wonder, maybe we see maybe a roster move today in order to bring up a fresh arm from Tacoma. There's just not a lot of guys who can give you much tonight. Caleb Ferguson, I don't think he pitched last night either.
How's Luis Castillo been getting deep into games this year? I know Wu has been really your most stable guy there, actually more stable than anyone else in baseball, setting a really cool record. But what's up with Castillo? Our faith level that he can go late.
Castillo had his best start in a while back on Sunday. Went 6 innings, gave up just 1 run against Atlanta in that 18-2 victory. But for the better part of about a month right now, Castillo has been very shaky, only going about 4 or 5 innings. In fact, only 2 starts since the trade deadline, he has gone past 5 innings. So he has not been giving you a ton in terms of length into a ball game. But, I mean, hopefully you can see some of that vintage Luis Castillo tonight, maybe the Luis that we saw on Sunday. This Angels lineup, you don't really have – I hope that we see the good version of Luis Castillo, because it's going to be imperative that he gets you at least 6 tonight, because that bullpen is beaten up.
Bump and I, very willing to lend our arms to that pen and get out there for the 8th, get out there for the – I'll go in the 9th.
I'm not.
What are you talking about?
I wouldn't do this.
Because you have a flight to catch?
I wouldn't do this to that team.
Because you have a flight to catch, though.
I throw one pitch, and it's a 75-mile-an-hour fastball.
I'm not confident I can get it to home. But that's also deceiving.
Underhand or overhand?
Now here's my baseball.
She'd be
listen.
Rookie of the year.
Oh yeah, where
just float it.
If I throw it and it doesn't get to home, but he swings, is that
that's strike?
That's a strike.
Yeah.
That's a strike.
Yeah,
that's a strike.
I need you to watch Rookie of the Year tonight.
Okay.
It's on Disney Plus, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's you.
Yeah. I can afford Disney Plus. Speaking of, tonight's game is on Apple TV. A reminder for everyone. Bump, the Mariners now have 10 walk-off wins. Again, 2 of those coming in back-to-back games in 13 and then 12, which is tied for the most in MLB. Is that a good or bad stat?
It's a good stat. It means you're clutch. You've been clutch 10 times. I mean, I'd rather you have 10 walk-offs rather than not have any. You know, that means that's 10 losses. They got 10 losses. Where are we? Not 1B.
The Angels.
In the AL West. No. So, yeah, it shows you can handle some pressure. But it's crazy that you get a walk-off from Harry Ford. His first at-bats in the majors. Connect jerseys on. 19,000 people there. And you get a walk-off. Good for him.
Can I say something about Harry Ford? I feel so happy for Harry Ford, and I think this was just the coolest thing. Luke Rylee, body slammed him. He gets, Gatorade dumped on him by Cal, dumped on him by JP, another shaving cream pie in the face from Cal this time, too. Just completely, the team just embracing it, giving him a hard time, loving him up, all that stuff. I think what Harry Ford did is so fun and so great, and it's a really, really cool opportunity for him to watch this team and learn everything he can. I'm still hitting pause on make Harry Ford like a regular catcher. And
Who's saying that?
There are people saying that. There are people out there saying it.
You heard someone say that?
I'm telling you, people are saying it. The number of tweets that I see, the comments, the texts in about why isn't Harry Ford getting more action? And it's because he's learning and growing and still really young and here to just observe.
Who's he going to take ABs from? Who
they want Garver gone. They want Garver gone.
Yeah, listen, at this point, you got to ride with Garver.
Garver has caught major league pitching.
Yeah. It's too late for all that noise. Holla at me in March.
That's what I'm saying. If you wanted to bring Harry up earlier.
Yeah, and the Angels have a lefty going tonight. You say Kikuchi, so guess who's going to be catching or at least DHing?
Garver.
Mitch Garver.
Yeah. Again, I just want
Someone
to hit
says,
pause.
Bump, this was not his first at-bat. You know what I mean? His first.
It was his first home at-bat.
Yeah. Tomato. Get him, got him, shoot him, shot him. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you know what he's saying.
Having him for the depth is great, but I don't understand if they're yes, they used him last night, but also Cal caught 25 innings over the past 2 days. He's got to be gassed,
Oh,
right?
Suck
he's
it up.
DHing tonight 1,000%.
Suck it up.
No, Bump.
Suck it up. How many games left?
No.
Suck it up.
No.
Man,
He's
y'all
going to be
crazy.
dead in October.
I don't care. You can die when you're dead.
No, but if there's
Forget
one
that.
player,
Nah.
one player you need to
I'm
try to
with Cal.
protect.
Ask Cal what he wants to do.
He's going to say play. And
Exactly.
if I'm Dan Wilson, I'm going to say you're DHing.
Because he's a player's player.
Absolutely.
I
But
don't
you need to
trust
be a
Mitch,
player
man.
coach
I don't
here.
trust Mitch.
You don't trust Mitch to
him.
catch?
Every time, man, it's like 3 or 4 pitches that go by him every time he's behind the plate.
Well, your choices are a Cal that's just caught almost 25 innings
Ice.
or a Mitch that has not.
Get in the cold pool.
Cal's still DHing.
Sit in the sauna. Do some Pilates, stretch. Cal,
Stop.
now's not the time.
It is the time.
No, I'm not.
It is the
no.
time.
I don't trust anyone but Cal
To catch?
to do anything.
That's fair. That's fair.
God. I mean, we are expecting. Wouldn't it be funny if the lineup comes out and Cal's catching and Bump's like, that's what I'm talking about. Tough it out. He's got it. Just Cal limping out to the dish.
The dumper is sore, man. He is sore. I wouldn't be mad if, but I want Cal.
425, I said that Harry's here to learn. Part of learning and growing is playing, but put the kid out there to give Cal a break. My assumption has been, as has every reporter's assumption, Harry is there in an emergency. So that if you have, like what I'm assuming today's lineup is going to be, Cal your DH and Garver your catcher, that if Garver gets hurt and Cal goes to catch, then Harry can be your DH. The idea isn't once or twice a week Harry is catching. And maybe they could be in that spot, but, and again, I was talking with a couple folks at the park about it Tuesday, then maybe that should have been something where he'd been up here a couple months and he had gotten some reps. You are in must-win. Every game is must-win. Every single one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I'm rolling the dice on someone with limited experience, even with a ton of potential and upside and all kinds of great personality, likable guy. We've interviewed him. I'm not rolling the dice on that when I'm in a pennant chase.
I'm not letting my son drive me to work. It's not experience enough.
You'll let Cal do it.
He can't handle the 405.
You'd let Cal
He
drive
can't
you to
handle
work
the 5.
blindfolded.
He can't cross the bridge on 520. You know where he can drive me? To the store, to the gas station, about a mile away. No, man. Harry's my son. You ain't ready yet, man.
A new bumpism. You can die when you're dead. Just a solid one with that one. No, this team's electric, and I found myself both really, really excited to talk about them today and being like, man, like there were a couple times yesterday when you get bases loaded, you get runners in scoring position. And this includes in regulation, right? When you're like, hey, you're looking at the first, at the fifth, I think at the second, you're like, oh, come on, man. I think over those through 5, they had left something like 5 runners on in scoring position and done nothing. It's frustrating.
Yeah, that's MO of this team.
Exactly.
That's what they've been all year.
But finding ways to win, to your point, is the single most important thing.
Mm-hmm.
The Astros are in a tough spot. Alvarez did come back the other day. You said he went 0 for 4. So, again, it's a pretty good spot for Seattle. I think what I have my eye on, certainly for the rest of this series, is just fatigue levels, bullpen, Cal, whatever it is. Just this is now kind of a manager question a little bit. How do you manage this?
None of that matters
It
at this
does.
point. No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
You got a handful of games left. What are we talking about? Oh, they're tired. Suck
It's
it
not about
up,
being
son.
It's not about being just
Fatigue,
tired.
so
It's about
what?
having no one in the
Man,
bullpen.
forget that madness. You
No.
put yourself in this position.
You're gonna tear UCLs.
The same organization that hasn't done anything for 100,000 years. We get to this point, and now
I
we're
would
like,
say 70.
What about their arms? What about their legs?
They need to be intact.
No. Run it. Let's
No.
go.
Fine.
Let's go.
With Cal, I can see your point. Your bullpen is on fumes.
You throw 10 pitches and you're tired. I can never understand that with these relievers. You throw 10 pitches.
It'd be a wonderful
and
inning.
your right arm is sore. 10 pitches and you're tired. Suck it up. You want to win or not? You trying to win this division or not?
Yeah.
Suck it up.
Catch the Mariners Angels series finale Sunday with the Seattle Sports app or on AM 770. Meanwhile, the Seahawks head to Pittsburgh to face the Steelers in a game you can hear on the app and on 710. Bump on the pregame show. Is that a 7 a.m.
7
start?
a.m.
Oh, my God.
Goodness gracious.
Best of luck. As always, simply download the Seattle Sports app to find both broadcasts. Let's get to headline rewrites.
Extra, extra, read Headline Rewrites.
We must make headlines.
The real story behind the headlines in today's news with Bump and Stacy.
Headline number one, speaking of that Seahawks game, they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers in the home debuts of Aaron Rodgers, DK Metcalf, and Jalen Ramsey. What's the real headline?
Hopefully they won't be decaling us softly with this banged-up secondary.
Oh,
They
okay.
worked hard on that one.
That's pretty good.
Ian looks so sad.
He doesn't know who the refugees are.
I know the Fugees.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good for you.
And
Lauren
DeKalin
Hill?
Metcalf.
Okay. He knows both.
What's your, I don't want to say concern level because you're going to say, hey, you got to figure out a way to make it work. What's the defense look like if they don't have Spoon? Genuine question.
Yeah, it looks like obviously you're playing backups. Josh is going to get some run. Shaq will get some run. You don't look as dynamic at the nickel spot, but it's not like it's like one man doesn't make or break a team if you're not talking about the quarterback spot. It does change. I don't think you're as aggressive with the nickel spot, but you know, next man up. It is what it is. How do you help a secondary that's kind of dwindling away? You play well in the box. Defensive line, you get after the quarterback. Linebackers, you flying around. So there are ways to kind of cover it up. You can never replace Spoon, but there's ways to work around it.
Headline Rewrites.
Headline number two, the Packers had an easy go of it on Thursday night, beating the Commanders 27-18. What's the real headline?
Hopefully Bump won't regret missing out on this extra point. Now, I don't mean an extra point like a point after touchdown. What I mean is that yesterday, these two, and by that I mean Michael Bumpus and Curtis Rogers, they face off on Fridays for a trivia game show. We have that coming up at 1:30, and they can each get up between 4 and 5 points, depending on how many questions. And I said, hey, you guys are both rooting for opposing teams here. Bump, you're confident the Packers will win. Curtis, you thought the Commanders could take this one. And I said, okay, how about this? Winner gets an extra point. They get to enter the quiz with a point. And Bump, who said that Jordan Love could be
Had the
MVP,
utmost confidence in the
utmost
Packers.
confident in his boys, said,
I don't trust humans, is what I said.
yeah, okay.
That was I don't
You
trust
could have
humans.
had a point.
I could have, but I can't risk that with Curtis. Curtis, a point. Curtis with a point lead is like me getting a 25-yard head start on you on a 40-yard dash.
Okay. Wow. I don't know that. First of all, lower your voice. I don't know that we needed to make this so personal. I'm a fast runner.
You're
Am I
not
wearing
a land
tennis shoes?
athlete. You are a water athlete.
Thank
It's
you.
different.
I'm like
Yeah.
a penguin, right? Similar body types and similar skill sets and heights. I'm faster in the water. I'm like just
You see a penguin when
missile.
it jumps off an iceberg, it like falls off the iceberg.
Yeah.
But once it gets in the water, it's ready to go.
That's me. But
Dodging
on land,
manatees.
Okay, fine. I'll give you that. You know, you might have me by a step on land. I can
Or
see that one.
several steps.
Okay. Again, I don't know that I needed to be the metaphor used in that one for someone having an embarrassing lead on someone else. Any takeaways from this one? I thought it would be a closer game.
I thought it would too. That's why I wasn't ready to sacrifice a point. But no, I think the Packers are for real. There's a different mojo when it comes to the Packers, and that defense was flying around making plays, man. It was fun to watch, kind of watch, because obviously I'm doing Hawks Live with Ray Roberts last night, so I'm peeking at the game and obviously doing interviews and stuff. But no, it was the Packers are for real, and they've taken down two teams that people have fallen in love with the past couple weeks, the Lions and the Commanders. So they're off on the right foot.
Headline Rewrites.
Headline number three, Mariners and Angels again tonight. This one is on Apple TV+. What's the real headline?
Hope the Apple TV crew's ready for a very late night. Now, not only does this one start at 7:10, it is a slightly later start. Heads up for everyone, 6 p.m. pregame.
As you roll your eyes, like people can see you. You rolled your
really?
eyes right now.
Did I?
You did.
I have a
We
bad
had the
habit.
stream.
I have a bad habit of rolling my eyes when things annoy me, and I need to make a mental note to not do that. But
Get your point across.
we going in extras this one?
We better not. I got to be up early on Saturday for a CW assignment.
Yeah, you're watching
Oh, yeah.
from
From a hotel
California?
in Oakland?
Yeah. Well, hey, actually, the CW moved to this this building. It's called Goal Line Productions. Is John Madden's production been like. Every commercial he's ever made is in his building. All his memorabilia is up. I met
That
his
sounds
son.
awesome.
It's awesome, man. So big ups Goal Line Productions in the Bay Area. So yeah, I'll be up watching at least from the first couple of games, or first like half a game from the hotel, and then I'm going to the studio.
You have a really fun sports weekend.
Should be fun.
You let people know what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm in studio. We'll be covering the biggest game of the weekend, USF versus Miami. That's going to be cool. Be there with Mike Yam. But I'm on a flight that night. I'll land at 11, and I'll probably just sleep here at the studio and get ready for 7 a.m. show.
So 7 a.m., you're going to hear a Michael Bumpus operating on maybe an hour of sleep, leading you up to Seahawks Steelers for a 10 a.m. kickoff here in Seattle, at least.
You know what I hate about that? Curtis walks on in around 10 o'clock.
That's so rude.
I don't even have to be here for pregame because there's no games going on.
There's no games. Curtis all fresh. Hey, guys.
Hey.
What are we eating for lunch?
Yeah.
Hang on a minute,
been here
because
for a while.
Curtis also lamented earlier that he is
Oh, I'm solo parenting
a
this weekend.
single dad who works 2 jobs.
Yeah, me and
This
Reba.
weekend.
Oh, that's true.
So he might
I
not.
really am a single dad working 2 jobs this
He
weekend.
might not be as fresh-faced on Sunday when he's been trying to guide 2 very small children.
Yeah.
Well, he's
through
got an
life.
itinerary.
I think
He's
we've
all
got it
planned
charted
You
out.
scripted your first 15.
We have, yeah. I'm Ben Johnson over here.
Yeah.
Tonight, I think we're doing Costco, getting Costco hot dogs.
That's a great Kim Muppin icon. Bump's going to be on a plane.
And then tomorrow, we might do an aquarium day. Don't tell Willie yet. I don't want to get her hopes up.
That's
Yeah.
the worst, when you tell your kids you're going to do something.
I know.
And
Wait,
you
why?
don't follow through.
Oh,
Or
okay.
even worse, it's closed.
Oh,
and like you
no.
can't, you have to explain to them like, yeah, maybe, I don't know, something's not working
And they
today.
don't understand the concept of like, why,
Yeah.
but why can't we, Dad?
Exactly.
Just open the door, Dad.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
can do anything, and then you're like, I have to break into the
It's
aquarium.
right there.
It's for
I
my
see the
baby.
door. Yeah. The fish are still there. They don't put them away.
Do you just go at that point to the store, walk over to where they have
Go
the
to a
seafood?
PetSmart,
They have like
yeah.
whole trout. I used to think that was the
Lobsters.
coolest. When I was a kid, I'll let you know, and maybe it's worth taking Willa and Blair. When I was a kid, the coolest thing on the planet at the grocery store was the whole fish that they
The
had.
lobster tank. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
when you
lobster
go
tank
and
was
you're
awesome.
like, wow, there's no, I haven't seen a
I don't
lobster
see
tank
those
in a
anymore.
store.
I
I
think
think
those
because they're
are-
like
I think, yeah.
inhumane. I shouldn't use quotes.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna get a letter from
Inhumane.
PETA.
Yeah.
Excuse me, this host you have.
Why is it inhumane? You're going to eat them anyway.
I think because people don't want to know they were ever alive. You know?
People just eat ground beef.
Well,
and
no,
don't
I'm just saying,
realize
like,
that was a cow.
If I'm around a lobster for maybe, I would say less than 5 seconds and it's alive, I like that lobster now. It's done something
like
I've
the
thought.
lobster now.
It's done something
It's a
I've thought
pet
was
now, huh?
adorable. It's moving its little antenna. It's looking at me sideways. Whatever it's doing, I'm just like, I can't. Unless it's a bisque. I don't know. I want to see it in the completed form. You know what I mean? Like the finished Pokemon. Otherwise, it's just.
This is a sports talk radio show. Just got to remind people that sometimes.
Oh, right. Well, thankfully, we are getting back to it, so that's okay. Bump says week 2 isn't a must-win, but it's certainly a please win. So how can the Seahawks make sure they're flying back to Seattle with a W? That's next.
Get inside the huddle.
The handoff inside. He's gonna go! Touchdown! Seahawks!
Taking you inside the VMAC every week. Thursdays, noon to 2.
Our guys show up to play.
Player interviews.
It's obviously been paying off. Just going to continue to do that.
Previewing this week's matchup.
We'll say they come out and just run the ball down the Niners' throats.
And everything Seahawks.
If anybody had a doubt, don't.
The Huddle. Every Thursday at noon. Exclusively on the home of the Seahawks. Seattle Sports.
Luxury has arrived at Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. The hotel is open and you can book now at snocasino.com. The destination spa, the expanded non-smoking gaming floor, the big 2,000-seat entertainment space and convention center, and yeah, the new restaurants, food venues as well. Effortless style and the utmost in relaxation. Go to snocasino.com to book. Seattle's closest is now Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel.
This is for all you guys on Viagra. ED pills are no longer needed. The brutal side effects like 4-hour headaches, blurred vision, and that flush feeling can all be put behind you with our treatment. Here at West Coast Men's Health, we have a better approach to ED. Acoustic wave therapy creates blood flow circulation by safely removing the plaque in your arteries and restoring function naturally. Guys, let me be clear. Pills will never fix your problem. Our equipment is the latest technology, and our medical staff is the best in the industry. So give West Coast Men's Health a call today. Speak with our clinic manager. Ask him any question you like, how it works, the science behind it, and even the cost. If you suffer from ED or Peyronie's disease, give West Coast Men's Health a call today. It's not just about better health, it's about a better life.
With clinics in Redmond and Tacoma, call 206-519-6541. That's 206-519-6541. Online at westcoastmenshealth.com.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your RV wins.
What, are you going to take the RV to the mountains or go pick up your dry cleaning?
RV wins!
Are we cleaning the gutters or taking the RV camping?
RV wins!
Are we getting a new passport or cruising up the coast?
RV wins!
Don't forget, you got that trip to Sweden coming up.
Oh, yeah, passport, then RV.
Woo!
With Progressive, you can bundle your RV with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings in your RV. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states and situations.
Heading outdoors or on the water this weekend? Check in with Joey and Nelly on the Outdoor Line from 6 to 8 a.m. every Saturday on Seattle Sports and the Seattle Sports app.
History, it had the gold rush. Then came the oil boom, the tech boom, but right now it's the Wi-Fi boom, and Xfinity Wi-Fi is booming. Xfinity has everything you need to tap into the Wi-Fi boom with seriously powerful and seriously reliable connection. It's got 99.99% network reliability and incredibly low lag, so your streams are smoother than making a decision on what to stream. And did I mention that you can even connect to hundreds of devices so you, your kids, your parents, your poker group, and whoever else is at home can all experience the Wi-Fi boom with Xfinity. And the Wi-Fi isn't the only thing that's booming. Get the most reliable Wi-Fi and our best in-class equipment for one consistent price for 5 years guaranteed all in. Plus get unlimited data included and no annual contract, all with the 5-year price guarantee from Xfinity. Visit Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY or visit a store today. Restrictions apply, not available in all areas. New residential customers only. Select plans only. Xfinity Gateway with X5 Complete required for unlimited data except in certain areas. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024. Actual speeds vary.
Mariners fans, it's time to bring the noise to T-Mobile Park. This lineup is loaded up and locked in from every moonshot.
Now Raleigh obliterates this. How far? Way back there.
To every how in the world did he catch that moment?
And Julio makes the catch. No fly zone in full effect.
Be here as the squad shuts the door and lights the W.
Munoz looking for the final out. Here's the stretch and the strike three called and the ball game is over.
This is our house.
They're going crazy here at T-Mobile Park.
Mariners baseball. Try dance up.
Be here as Cal and the Mariners square off against the Angels this weekend. Don't miss the fireworks show after tonight's game at 7:10, presented by T-Mobile. Fan Appreciation Night presented by Starbucks tomorrow at 6:40, and the Super Mario Mariners Cap giveaway Sunday at 1:10. Thanks to Nintendo. Get your tickets today at mariners.com.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio, you are listening to Bumpin' Stacy.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
Can Cal reach 60 home runs. We're getting back to baseball in 30 minutes. MLB.com's Mike Petriello has some very interesting numbers about that, Chase. Back-to-back Seahawks here for a very important week, too. Bold takes coming up at 10:45. You can get yours sent in now, 866-979-3776. First, it's a Football Friday powered by the Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. Bump, you said, look, Sunday isn't a must-win, but it's a please win. Let's start with just how important week 2 is.
It is important. You don't want to go down 0-2, right? You look at the division. You're the only person in your division who did not win a game this past weekend. Obviously, you played against the Niners, so, there's going to be somebody. But the Niners play the Saints next week. They're banged up, but I think that would be a competitive game. The Cardinals play the Panthers, and then you have the Rams who play the Titans, all winnable games. Mm-hmm. So I anticipate that everyone else in your division is probably going to win their ball games. So they're going to go 2-0. You can drop to 0-2 and make that third week that much more crucial for you. Now, I believe they would win that third week game because you play the Saints, and Saints aren't a very talented team at this point, but you never really know. And we know that teams that lose 3 games to start the season, typically like 75% don't make the playoffs. So I'm just playing a numbers game. But you want to see some things be true. The Jets rushed for 182 yards against the Pittsburgh Steelers. All I'm asking for is $110, $120. Get 110, 120, and then check that box and show that, okay, we're moving in the right direction. You got to get better with the play action. And also realize it might be tough for you. Spoon might not play. Jay Love is banged up. Nicky Mawari isn't going to play. You will get Chinnon back, so you're going to get some reinforcement there. Mm-hmm. But it's more of just if you do the things that we thought you were going to do offensively, you can win this game. But Aaron Rodgers ain't no joke. He threw for 4 touchdowns last weekend. Did get sacked 4 times, the third most in the NFL after week 1. You have DK Metcalf, 68 yards after the catch. Second in the league last week behind Zay Flowers. There are just some things that Pittsburgh does offensively that worries me with the injuries that you have on defense. But it's more about the Seahawks. You got to check some boxes. You have to continue to create turnovers, get points off of those turnovers, and win on the road. We saw last year that they can win on the road, 7-1. I talked to Mike Macdonald yesterday, and I asked him, I go, what is it about being on the road? He says, I don't know. It's just our team. We just come together. And I asked about his process. Have you figured something out? He said, if I figured that out, man, we wouldn't lose a game on the road. So sometimes when you're on the road, teams come together. It's a band of brothers. It's you against the world, and you use that negative energy from the crowd to get going. But it's more of just not going down 0-2 because I feel like the rest of the division will be 2-0 by the end of this weekend.
It also sounds like such a dumb thing, but it's also very, very true in sports. And Bump, you know this, obviously, that a win is really, really important no matter what. And that sounds ridiculous, but I say this for this reason. We began the show by talking about the Mariners winning in extras again. And within that, we talked about, oh, God, these bullpen arms are taxed. Cal Raleigh just caught, 25 innings. Did you potentially cost yourself some, wiggle room in the rest of the series? Nothing matters more. Like the win itself is worth it because a team's belief in itself is impacted by that. And that feels like what's also potentially – I don't think this team doesn't believe in itself, and they don't believe in themselves if they lose in week 2. They think they're a very good team. Yeah. But you've been in locker rooms that have lost, that have won. The team chemistry changes shape.
It does. It can change shape, but I think that with this team, with this leadership, they can handle an 0-2 start.
Sure.
But – you will be tested mentally, right? Because you listen to these guys, and we talked to them before the first week, and there's a different kind of confidence with this team. They believe in themselves, and even talking to Derek Hall yesterday, we still felt like they're a confident team. They felt like they played well enough to win the game. That's what it is. Like, you can go down 0-2 and feel like you played well enough to win the ball game and just not win it. This is the NFL. Things like that are going to happen. It's how you lose. It's how you win. If you lose this ball game and you feel like you never had a chance, now you're really starting to question leadership and focus and all that good stuff. But I just don't think that team is that. I don't think they're going to play bad enough to lose a game to where you felt like you just got ran over and there's nothing you can do about it.
I want to go back to that injury report. Devin Witherspoon missed a second consecutive day of practice. He's got a knee injury. They have added Shaquille Griffin, obviously, for some depth, moved Cody White from the 53-man to the practice squad. Julian Love sat out practice. Nick Eamon-Worry is obviously still out. We're not expecting him back by any means. He's not going to be back. They're debating whether or not to put him on IR. How do you win this game if you don't have, let's say hypothetically, Devin, Julian, Nick?
How do you win that game?
Yeah. My confidence level changes, but what do you have to do?
Well,
Does that become a high-scoring game?
Well, here's the thing. If Spoon's not in that, you have guys to replace him who have played in this league. I know Shaq isn't the young spring chicken anymore, but he's played in this league. Josh Jobe has shown that he can play in this league. Who's the DB we talked to yesterday?
Kendrick. Darion Kendrick.
He has played in this league as well. Played, 17 games last year and 16 the game before. It's not like you're going to replace, or his replacement is going to be a rookie off the bench who's never seen the field before. When it comes to the safety spot, I don't even know who's backing those guys up, man. I was feeling so great about that room. I wouldn't worry about the backups.
You've got Ty Okada, who was on the field quite a bit.
Yeah, but you're going to need someone else if J-Love doesn't play. You got AJ Finney over there.
Yeah, maybe Love does, because he's
on IR. AJ's on IR. But no, it sounds like J-Love is going to play.
Yeah.
It's just some preventative type stuff. But no, it's you still going with the same scheme. I don't think Mike Macdonald looks at the defense that's out there and says, I have to change the game plan. You have to roll with your game plan, but you're going to need one of those guys to make a play that they probably don't make. A one-handed interception that Okada made against the Packers his last preseason game. Just something. Or you know what? Forget that. I'm asking too much. Just do your job. You don't even have to stand out. Right? You can blend in. If you're blending in and you're a backup, you're doing just fine because you're not giving up any big plays.
Is there more pressure on the offense to create big plays?
I think the offense needs to create big. This is their game. So this is
the need.
This is their game.
Okay.
The need is for the offense to go out there, for Sam Darnold to throw for 200 and a touchdown, for the run game to go for $110, $120, to be better than 30% on third down, and to not turn the football over. 3 turnovers. Was it 3? Or 2 turnovers?
2 lost, 3 total.
3 total, 2 lost. Don't turn the football over. This game is on the offense because Arthur Smith is going to do a good job with the play action, with Dinkin and Duncan, and getting these guys the football. The offense is going to have to respond.
That's what I'm a little worried about. You already pointed out Aaron Rodgers' air yards. In week 1, the fewest air yards of any passer. Ben Solak of ESPN said they had the most yards after catch from obviously screenplay usage. So he was basically saying Aaron Rodgers is not this vintage Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball down the field. There's explosive plays. There's just kind of spreading the ball around and letting your playmakers make the plays. Do you look at the middle of the field then as hey, what if you're susceptible here? Hopefully a big day for Ernest Jones. Hopefully a big day for your backers. Hopefully a big day for your pass rush.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about the box. The box controls the whole game. The guys on the outside get all the love and the glory, but if you aren't controlling the line of scrimmage and that first level, you stand no chance in any football game. So, yeah, when I do keys for the game, or keys to the game for the Seahawks, and every week I could say D-line, O-line, D-line, O-line, linebackers, because that's where the game is won and lost. But I think especially this week because of the injuries you might have on the outside.
All right, Seahawks season is underway, and we want to send one of you and 3 friends to catch the game on September 21st against the Saints. All you need to do is open the Seattle Sports app and click the Win tab to find out how. If you don't already have the app, just text the word app, APP, to 866-979-3776, and we'll send you a link to download. Enter daily to increase your chances to win. This contest runs through Monday, September 15th. It is a bold take Friday, so get your boldest takes and predictions in for this one, 866-979-3776.
Touchdown Seahawks!
Celebrating 50 years of Seahawks football with the voice of the Seahawks, Steve Rabel.
Number 96, Cortez Kennedy. He was as wide as he was tall, and he was in the backfield terrorizing quarterbacks and throwing them to the ground before they knew what hit them.
The Seahawks hit the road for the first time this season in hostile Pittsburgh. Seahawks, Steelers, Sunday. Kickoff at 10 a.m.
On the home of the Seahawks, Seattle Sports.
What's up? It's Michael Bumpus for Silver Reef Casino. It's an easy drive up I-5. Get off 260, and you are there. The rooms are big. They're beautiful. They're spacious. They got free Wi-Fi and tablets as well. They got amazing steakhouse, and got the cantina if you want some Mexican food, and you have the Portis Bay Sports Bar when you want some fun and some entertainment. And don't forget, golfers, they have you covered too. You got the Loomis Trails Golf Course. Soak in the last of summer glow with our Golden Hour giveaway at Silver Reef Casino Resort. Every Saturday from 6 p.m. to midnight, we're holding drawings with a 10,000 grand prize winner at midnight. You don't want to miss this. Don't miss the epic finale on September 27th, where one lucky winner will take home a massive $50,000. Feeling those golden hour vibes? Come find out if you are a winner. Silver Reef Casino, went there a couple times. It is great. You want to be there. SilverReefCasino.com, Silver Reef Casino Resort. It's not a secret anymore.
Hey, Brock Ewart here with some great news. I'm with Shannon O'Kelly, physical therapist and owner of IRG Physical and Hand Therapy. Shannon, you guys just increased your community coverage.
That's right, Brock. We like to say we're in your neighborhood. We have you covered here at IRG. We just added 2 fantastic locations. One is in Harbor Square in the Edmonds Bowl, and the other one is in the Mill Creek Town Center, right to the entrance to Mill Creek Town Center. So we'll be able to provide fantastic care to all of us and everybody's neighborhood.
You know I love it. Expert physical and hand therapy right in your neighborhood.
That's right. We're in your neighborhood. We want to be your neighborhood family physical therapist. We'll take care of you, your family, and your neighbor.
And remember, no referral needed, just personalized care when and where you need it. Visit irgpt.com and schedule your appointment today. With over 40 convenient locations, IRG is right in your neighborhood, and now 2 new spots as well. That's irgpt.com, irgpt.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to the end of summer sale at AutoZone. We're celebrating the end of long days and short nights with big deals for a short time, like car wash. Right now, you can save 20% on the Armor All Complete Car Wash Kit. Need new brakes? Duralast brake pads are free with the purchase of Duralast rotors. We've also got oil deals and more. We're ending the summer right with the end of summer sale at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Maura Dooley here. It's time to recognize a woman in our sports community with the 2025 Women of Inspiration Award. The nominations are in, and the Seattle chapter of WISE, which stands for Women in Sports and Events, needs your help selecting a winner. Voting is open now until September 26th at woiseattle.org. The winner will receive a generous cash donation from WISE and their partners for the cause of their choice. Help honor a local woman today. Vote by September 26th at woiseattle.org.
The home of the Mariners.
One hopper snared at short. On a quick hop by J.P. Crawford. That guy's a magician over there at shortstop.
Seattle Sports.
Download the Seattle Sports app.
Temperatures are dropping, but you don't have to settle for a chilly home this winter. Keep cozy and safe with energy-saving products during Washington Energy's home heating sale on now. Upgrading your home is as easy as $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 off. Take $1,000 off furnaces, fireplaces, and water heaters, $2,000 off high-efficiency heat pump systems, and $3,000 off whole home generators and ductless mini splits, plus free financing. Washington Energy Services, your expert resource for affordable home comfort. Call for a free estimate.
Start having fun. Caesar Sportsbook at Muckleshoot Casino Resort is your #1 place to eat, drink, watch, and have fun. Keep up with your favorite sports anywhere and everywhere on property with the mobile app. Visit muckleshootcasino.com today. Scan the QR code and let the play begin.
Muckleshoot.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home for you so you attract the right buyers. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
It's time for Bold Take Friday.
Seahawks taking on the Steelers for week 2 on the road for this one, at 10 a.m. start here in Seattle. Get your boldest takes in for Sunday. 866-979-3776. They'll probably sound like this. Here's one listener. Bold take, bump, says this listener. After paying the Etsy witch for an offensive explosion, gunslinging Sam Darnold is going to throw for 300 plus and 2 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown. The rushing touchdown is the most fascinating part of this whole thing to me. I don't know that I foresee a rushing touchdown plus 2 passing touchdowns from Sam Darnold, but what
Why not?
if it happens? What if it happens?
How many rushing touchdowns do you think he has in his career?
In his career?
Yeah.
5.
14.
Wow.
How many rushing yards do you think he has in his career?
Rushing yards?
Yeah.
8 something.
Close. 986.
Okay.
That's what he does. He's a mobile quarterback.
Deceptively quick, as we'd call it.
Real gym rat.
That's how they call fast white dudes.
Sneaky
exactly.
fast.
They call him deceptive. Why can't he just be fast?
He's deceptively
because
quick.
he has red hair and a beard and does not look fast.
Yeah, never mind that the body itself is one of a professional athlete. It's like, but he's a ginger.
He's faster than 90% of men walking this earth.
But he's got freckles.
He's got to put sunscreen on.
What are you
all
talking
the time?
about? 866-979-3776. Bold take. This one says Seahawks defense plays a great game. Despite these absences, get 5 sacks. Rodgers was sacked 4 times this past week. They said J. Love gets a pick 6 to secure the win in the 4th. What do you got?
I got one.
Mm-hmm.
Reek Woolen does not allow 1 catch when thrown at. And has an interception.
Wow.
Bounce back. It's the bounce
redemption
back.
arc.
I was going to say, you can't allow a reception if you don't play. So
he's playing.
Curtis.
They're too injured for him not to play.
Oh, okay.
He's too fast not to play.
Right.
I was talking to someone about this the other day with it's not like Reek has lost a step. This is a technique issue.
Yeah.
This was, as Mike Macdonald said, the touchdown was a body positioning issue. This is not a you're not physically capable. This is a why aren't you doing this? You're physically capable problem.
He's still probably the fastest person on the field when he plays.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is the only person that's going to keep toe-to-toe with DK.
Yeah.
Mine is the Steelers will finish with more net yards and will convert more third downs. And we'll lose this one 28-24. I think it's going to be one of those.
Okay.
I don't know that it'll be that high scoring. I was so sold on the Seahawks will need to get as close to 30 just because of week 1 between the Steelers and Jets. But then everything I was listening to was saying, no, this is going to be low scoring, like 2013. I said, watch it be in the break. I was like, watch this be some dumb, I don't know how it's going to happen, but like a 13-9 game. I don't know that the Steelers will be kept out of the end zone entirely, though. Although you could also have a touchdown and a safety.
True.
So.
True.
All right. 866-979-3776. Bold take on this one is Ernest Jones punches a fumble out from DK's hands. They said Love runs it back for a touchdown. There's a lot of DK targeting with this one. Someone else had DK gets ejected in the 3rd quarter.
That's not happening.
That's not a bold take. That's going to happen.
Curtis. Bold take. Jake Bobo will have more touchdowns than DK tomorrow. Now, this person said, we still lose, though. But take that, DK. This person's only rooting against DK. They've got no faith in the Seahawks heading into this one. They just want to make sure Jake Bobo gets more touchdowns than DK Metcalf.
How wild would it be, though, on Sunday if DK does get a personal foul call against the Seahawks or gets ejected?
It's not going to happen.
And it has a huge impact on the outcome of the game.
Because he knows that was the narrative about him here, and I think he's going to be very confident in this one. He's at home. He's looking for his first touchdown as a Steeler, because I don't think he had one in week 1, did he?
No.
He's looking for his first touchdown as a Steeler. Aaron Rodgers knows that. Aaron Rodgers is petty. He knows other people are petty. He's going to want a petty touchdown for DK. DK's finding the end zone. But will the Seahawks find it more often? I think so. Yeah.
I've got a crazy one.
Yeah, Ian.
4 rushing touchdowns, 2 for each guy. I've got K9 and Charbonnet figuring it out.
4 rushing touchdowns.
4 rushing touchdowns.
Wow.
That's generous.
All right.
And you are a kind person. 866-979-3776. Christian in the 206 feeling very optimistic this weekend. Mariners sweep the Angels and Royals to stretch the AL West lead. Hawks offense goes off for 400 yards and scores 35 easy on the Steelers like Sunday morning. It is quite literally going to be Sunday morning, so maybe that ends up happening. Do you see a high-scoring or a low-scoring game?
I see an average scoring game, 20-something to 20-something.
Yeah.
You know, I think
21-17 kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't think the Seahawks offense is really built for a 35, 40-point game.
No.
I think they have it in them every now and then, but in the long run, no, I think more consistently around the 20s.
Bold take. Zach Charbonnet, 3 combined touchdowns on the ground and 1 receiving. Oh, they said 3 touchdowns on the ground and 1 receiving? No, stop it. Stop it.
It's reckless.
It's too early for you to be drinking like this, sir. 866-979-3776. Bold take. This will be Aaron Rodgers' final NFL game. Listen. They said he will feign injury after enduring the shock and awe the Seahawks defense will rain down upon him. Soon after, he'll announce his retirement from his palatial yurt.
A lot going on with that one.
I thought it was going to be really dark at first, and then I realized they were being silly.
He's just going on a spiritual journey.
No, I almost didn't read it. I was like, geez, what do you think's going to happen here? But then they made it very clear it was a joke.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was going dark real quick.
No, I read it that way. I wanted you to feel nervous. Let's see. Did I already say this one? Bold take, Hawks sack Rodgers 7 times.
No, you didn't say that one.
Okay, well, someone has 7 times.
Okay.
A lot of sacks.
How
many sacks do you predict in this one? Mike Macdonald wants a better pass rush.
3 sacks.
That's an improvement from week 1.
Yeah, 1 sack in week 1. Created the second most pressures out of any team in the league. So they're close. They just got to finish it.
509, bold take. Cooper Kupp leads the team in receiving yards.
Okay. I like that.
Definitely trying to keep JSN contained.
But here's the thing, man. To keep a receiver contained, like it's not as easy as it sounds. Right?
Does
because
not sound easy.
I mean, people just like, yeah, they're gonna double JSN. Like
bracket them.
No, it's not that easy.
Yeah.
I mean, routes can determine exactly how you're being bracketed or doubled up, but he will get some extra attention.
Bold take, Torrey Horton gets 100 yards. They said or 1 touchdown. He either gets 1 touchdown for 3 yards or he goes for 100 yards. I like that. All right, you guys, we're back to baseball for this one. Cal Raleigh has a chance to get to 60 home runs this season, but can he actually do it? Does he have enough time left? MLB.com's Mike Petriello has some very promising numbers coming your way next.
Touchdown Seahawks!
Celebrating 50 years of Seahawks football with the voice of the Seahawks, Steve Rabel.
Number 96, Cortez Kennedy. He was as wide as he was tall, and he was in the backfield terrorizing quarterbacks and throwing them to the ground before they knew what hit them.
The Seahawks hit the road for the first time this season in hostile Pittsburgh. Seahawks, Steelers, Sunday. Kickoff at 10 a.m.
On the home of the Seahawks, Seattle Sports.
Rain is coming. Is your roof ready? The rainy season is approaching fast, Seattle, and 3 Tree Roofing has your roof replacement covered. Get $500 off by scheduling your free estimate at 3treeroofing.com. Their professional installers guarantee a seamless replacement this rainy season. 3 Tree Roofing, your Puget Sound roofing experts.
Hey man, gaining weight? Dragging throughout the day? Losing your drive? It could be your testosterone. The team at Revive Men's Health Washington gets men back on track with the energy and drive they've been missing. Meet Tyler, Revive Men's Health Director of Operations and witness to hundreds of success stories.
I've seen guys come in worn out, discouraged, and just not themselves. A few months into treatment, they're standing taller, speaking with more confidence. It's like watching someone come back to life, like a light switch gets turned back on. The spouse says, "Thank you, I really have my partner back, better than before." That's the moment it all clicks for me, and that's why I do what I do.
Since 2011, Revive Men's Health has helped more than 120,000 men regain their energy and drive. Start your story today with an in-clinic visit or a secure video appointment. Call 206-529-1111 now to book your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation. That's 206-529-1111 or schedule anytime at revivemenshealth.com.
Love cars? LeMay, America's Car Museum in Tacoma, is packed with 300 stunning classics, family fun, and events year-round. For what's happening next and to plan your visit, go to americascarmuseum.org.
What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud phone system. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very
calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
If you've got a gas-powered engine, keep it running like new at every fill-up. Stable in-season protection is your engine's preventative medicine, cleaning and protecting the entire fuel system in season. In outdoor power equipment, prevent gum and varnish buildup that could cause a rough or non-running engine. For cars and trucks, increase fuel efficiency and power by removing deposits, ensuring your engine's long-term health. Stable outperforms the competition in independent lab testing. So at every fill-up, start with Stable.
Hi, it's me, Flo, here to tell you that with the Progressive Home and Auto Bundle, you get 24/7 protection, so you're covered no matter where the day takes you.
Even bad hair day?
Yep.
And tree branch fell on my car day?
Especially that day. Progressive has you covered 24/7 for your home and auto.
How about thought it was chicken, but it was tuna day? Or overnight construction outside my bedroom day?
Those days too.
Great, because that was each day this week.
Been there. Well, at least your home and auto are covered every day with Progressive.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Do you have a car you want to sell, but you just don't want to go through all the hassle? With all the scams and security risks out there, more and more people just aren't comfortable selling their own car. So how do you get the most money for your used car without having to sell it yourself? Stacy here with the answer. It's Wayscar Ford in Auburn. Not only will they purchase your car and pay you right up front for it, but it gets way better. Once they resell your old car, they share half that profit with you. The question I get most from friends and colleagues is, well, what's the catch? How can they offer this? It's actually super simple. All the money they save by not traveling to buy cars at auctions, like purchase fees, shipping, and travel expenses, is what allows them to offer this. They'd rather share that money they save with you rather than outside vendors. They encourage you to shop around, but look, if Wayscar Ford can pay the same or more as competitors and then share half their profit with you once they resell your car, why would you sell your car anywhere else? They've already shared over $800,000 with their customers, and it's only at Wayscar Ford. WayscarFord.com. Check them out today, WayscarFord.com.
The holidays may seem far away, but if you have a winter party to plan, it's not too early to lock in your spot at T-Mobile Park. Treat your group to a festive experience in the exclusive Muckleshoot Diamond Club, or take in elevated views from the Press Club, All-Star Club, or Terrace Club. Whether you have 20 guests or 350, there's no more stunning spot in Seattle to celebrate with friends, family, and colleagues. Rates will increase on October 1st, so visit mariners.com/events to lock in your lowest price today.
Let's go!
This is Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app.
KIRO AM Seattle. KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma. Home of the Seahawks, Mariners, and everything Seattle sports. Seattle Sports Snapshot.
The Mariners walked it off again last night, this time against the Angels, and this time thanks to Harry Ford. The win, combined with the Astros' loss yesterday to the Blue Jays, means Seattle is tied for first place in the AL West. 3 more to go against the Halos. Luis Castillo on the mound tonight. A later start for this one. As a reminder, 7:10 p.m., 6 p.m. pregame show on Seattle Sports. This game on Apple TV.
Snapshot, brought to you by Miller Lite. When it's game time, it's Miller time. From the Quantum Fiber Studio
This is Bump and Stacy.
on Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app and at seattlesports.com.
Now, here are your hosts, Michael Bumpus and Stacy Ross.
Here we go now.
Can Cal get to 60? MLB.com's Mike Petriello joining us now in the Emerald Queen Casino Sportsbook Hotline. Mike, how's it going?
Hey, guys. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Good. I have a lot of questions from your column on this because I think it addresses a lot of questions people have had about Cal's home run chase in general. But I'm going to start with the premise going into it, which is, 60 being a massive number. Can he actually do it? This was posted on September 9th. I know it's only been a couple days, now September 12th. But he's still sitting at 53, which I say that as though it's not wildly impressive. Are you still thinking he can get to 60?
Yeah, isn't it a massive disappointment if he only gets to like 56 or
so
58 home runs? Like, what a loser, right? It's going to be hard every single day it doesn't happen. There are, 15 games left in the Mariners season? Obviously, we all assume he'll play every single one. Can he hit 7 homers in 15 games? Yeah, sure, it's happened before, but, every single game that goes by, it gets to a point where we have to ask him to do something that he hasn't done yet, which is really hard. And obviously, there's some good pitching coming up, so my guess is he's going to fall just short, somewhere in that mid to high 50s. And it's only going to matter in the sense that 60 in baseball terms is kind of a round number. I know that's not true anywhere else, right? But it's a magical number. And while there's really no difference in value in terms of 58 homers, 60 homers, it's just going to shape our historical perception. So I think he's going to fall short, and it won't matter because it's still going to be one of the greatest all-around catching seasons, at least in my lifetime, and potentially further back than that.
What's most impressive about what he's doing, minus the home runs? I mean, we've been breaking down his responsibilities throughout the year. Just from your perspective, minus going yard every night, what impresses you the most?
I do think it's the fact that he's doing it as a catcher. We know, the catcher is the most demanding position, not just in the sense of the physical wear it takes on your body, but that you also have to manage the pitching staff and all that. And there has been a trend over the last couple of years where, catchers don't really play every day. It's almost kind of like what we've seen in hockey with goalies, where it's like you don't have a guy playing 95% of the games. You've almost got a 1A and 1B. And the fact that he has been back there, and I know DH sometimes as well, but the fact that he's been in the lineup just about every single day while performing like this, while being an excellent defensive catcher, that's what it is the whole package for me.
You mentioned in your column that Cal has the largest gap between actual homers at 53 right now and expected homers at 45. Given the tight race and the AL MVP race between he and Judge, I feel like that kind of stat before, and it's mostly from Yankees fans that are going to go, oh, he's lucky, and it's just luck. And so what I appreciated, and I don't mean this from this kind of like a biased stance, but I found myself also thinking, okay, well, maybe it's just luck. And you said, well, there's kind of skill inherent sometimes to, getting those lucky moments. What did you find?
Yeah, no, it's definitely not luck. I mean, certainly he's been a power hitter before. He won the home run derby. Like, there's no doubt that this is a very large, powerful hitter. Just to give a little bit of background on what that stat is saying is, like, you've probably seen home runs, then you've heard the stat where it's like, oh, that would have been out of, only 2 of the 30 parks or 30 of the 30 parks or whatever. And you add up all those increments and you get to like a season-long expected home run total. And the fact is that he has hit, I think I said 8 or 9 more home runs than you might have expected. And sometimes you could use that in terms of good luck if you were, let's say, playing in the short porch at Yankee Stadium, or you call Coors Field home or whatever. But in this case, I think what's happening is because he's such an extreme pull hitter from both sides of the plate, he ends up hitting these home runs that I don't want to say just squeak over the wall because that's not fair to him, but he's not hitting 480s and 490s every single night. Like, the average distance on his home runs is sort of below average. And it doesn't matter in the sense of, hey, we still put runs on the board. Like, what do I care what the distance was? Totally true. But it's really interesting because it almost seems like he's tailoring his swing to the ballpark that he's in. Like, he's getting just enough that he needs to put it out on that day in that park. And I don't know if that's a skill. I don't know if that's something that can be repeated year over year. But I do think that if you're going to have a season like this, where you've got an already very good power hitter who's having one of the best power hitting seasons ever, it's not unfair to say, hey, at least a small part of that is everything's got to be going right. Everything's got to be working for you. And I think that's what's happening here.
Obviously, his power should be highlighted, but he won the Platinum Glove last year. How does he stack up this year when it comes to just his play behind the plate?
Yeah, I mean, the reputation is unchanged. He's obviously still regarded as one of the best. The metrics have him down a little bit. When I say down, I don't mean below average. He's just gone from being extremely elite to pretty good. And a lot of that is framing. And I think that's really interesting. It's hard to know for sure why that is without digging a little bit deeper into it. But last year he was worth 13 framing runs, where 0 is average. And this year he is worth 5. Whether that is a difference in the sort of pitches he's getting or just his own performance or if he's wearing down a little bit, I'm not really sure offhand. But the fact will remain that he's going to be, again, one of the better defensive catchers in baseball. I just think last year might have been his peak defensive season in the same way that this year's probably going to be his peak offensive season.
His second half just hasn't been as great in terms of some baseline stats, whether it's average that I know we don't look at a ton with Cal, but certainly with OPS, you haven't seen quite as much production. However, you said it really matters in terms of quality of contact, and then you were looking a little closer there. What did you find?
Yeah, I'm so glad you asked me that because I know a lot of people are going to look at his second half and say, well, home run derby broke his swing. You know, he put all those balls in the seats. And, you know, you can't say that without also looking at Junior Caminero of Tampa, who's been fantastic in the second half and was also in the home run derby. Like, that's a myth. It's not the derby. Really what happens in these cases is when you have a first half as great as he had, it's really, really hard to do that again. It's almost impossible to just maintain that performance for 6 months. Not to say he's been bad in the second half because he hasn't, but that's mostly what it is. You just can't really do it. The season gets long. Pitchers attack differently. You wear down a little bit. So I do think that's what's happening is the quality of contact is still good, but it's not exactly the guy we saw in the first half. Totally expectedly. That's exactly what was always going to happen here.
Is there, say Cal does not finish the season strong, right? He doesn't hit as many bombs as we are expecting. Do you still see a way for these Mariners to make the postseason, even win the division? They are tied with the Astros right now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're tied right now, obviously. And I do think that there is enough talent on the team where even if he's not leading the charge, they can still outperform some of the other teams. I mean, the Astros, as you'll see, have plenty of their own problems right now. So would it help if Cal is crushing the ball and hitting home runs like he did in the first half? Sure. But I don't think this is going to come down to him specifically in terms of whether they make the playoffs or not only because they're tied for the division, but they're also, you know, going to be the tie for a wild card spot. So they've got more than one way to make it. And whether they do, obviously he'll have a lot to say about it, but I wouldn't worry so much about, you know, his performance right now. It's a team sport.
When it comes to the AL MVP race, are there some deciding factors still at play for you with these two?
I think it's Judges. I think Kyle Rally's only path really was if he got to 60 home runs, because that's like a super magical number, and he's not going to get there. And so if you look at Judge, you know, even though he's been injured, he's out hit Rally in the second half and over the last month and over the last 14 days. He got 2 more homers yesterday. So if you look at the more advanced stats like wins above replacement, Judge is going to have an advantage. If you care about batting average, he's outdoing him by like 90 points. If you care about team success, the Yankees have more wins. So unless Cal really goes off and has like an unbelievable last 10 days and gets to 60, I think he's going to come a close second. And the only thing that's going to be frustrating to me there is people will say that and say, oh, he didn't win. He's being diminished in some way. And it's like, no, he's unbelievable season. Judge is probably the best hitter of an entire generation. Like, there is no shame in coming in second place to him.
It's such a bummer. It's like you wish that it was like a National League. I mean, he'd still be in a home run chase with Schwarber, but like it really is a bummer for Cal, who in so many other years could have been MVP and it would have been a completely fair vote.
Yeah, no, it's the same thing in the NL, right? Like, it almost reminds me of like hockey in the 80s. All these guys coming in second to Wayne Gretzky. And it's like, well, what are you going to do? He's Wayne Gretzky.
Right. How do you think Dan Wilson is managing this ball club? It's we've had mixed reviews here in Seattle. Obviously, I feel like the skipper only has so much to do with influence on the game. But how would you assess his managing this year?
I'm going to be totally honest with you and say I have absolutely no idea. I have no idea how to grade managers in general, especially, you know, ones on teams that I don't get to watch the late innings of that much because, you know, I'm here on the East Coast. So I don't know. I know that they're playing well. I know they've got a good shot to make the postseason. And I think if you told Mariners fans at the start of the season this is the spot they would be in on September 12th, I think most of them would have taken it. And I think that's about as big of a credit as you can give a manager right now.
All right, well, let's switch it up. How do you feel? Julio has been a polarizing figure over here. And with the success that Cal is having this year, I feel like his light has been dimmed a little bit, but he's putting together a heck of a season. What are your thoughts on Julio and how he's played this year?
I'm not sure I have ever seen a hitter so reliably come to life in the second half. Like, this is obviously not the first time this has happened, right? And I do remember looking the other day at his second half numbers and being sort of shocked at how good they are. And again, this has happened a lot. He's a very good defensive outfielder. And it's so hard to figure out why that's happening, because you see the talent and the youth, obviously, and you're like, one of these years, he's going to give us this full, complete half, and he's going to win the MVP. And I still think that could happen. I just haven't seen any good explanations as to why. Like, I've not seen anything compelling that says, here's why it takes us on. Is it the early season weather, whatever? I don't know. But everything I've seen from him over the last couple weeks sort of makes me think like he is the leading star of the team right now, despite everything that Rylee has done.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been the best part of the most consistent guy in the second half. We're equally as stumped, Mike, when it comes to trying to watch why Julio doesn't take off sooner. But we'll take it. We will take an excellent second half when this team needs it. Speaking of the American League chase, initially I was kind of big on comparing the Mariners to where they were with a few other teams, particularly right after the trade deadline, because you were trying to figure out how their lineup stacks up to other American League teams. As the AL race have just tightened up, I found my eyes just drifting back to the division. So could you give us a reminder on maybe some of the powers that be across the American League, some heavy favorites heading into the postseason?
Yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting, I think, because I wish I got to find a good way to quantify this, but there is no really great team in the league for the first time in kind of a while. Like, no one's going to win 100 games. If that happens across the majors, that'll be the first time in more than a decade. So, you look at the teams, the ones in the West, obviously, and otherwise you've got the Blue Jays and the Tigers, who are most likely going to win their divisions. And the Blue Jays are really interesting to me, just in the sense where it's like, everything has gone about as right as could happen, except for the fact that their major free agent guy from last winter, Anthony Santander, has offered them nothing whatsoever. So they are one of those teams where it's almost like the American League version of the Brewers, where every bounce has gone their way. The defense is there. They're hitting for power. So I would say that's the team that would worry me the most, would be the Blue Jays, especially when you look at that starting rotation. Kevin Gausman pitched a complete game yesterday and looked fantastic. But we all know, you get to the playoffs, and it's not 6 months. Best of 5, best of 7. Would anybody be that shocked if the Yankees or Red Sox got hot for 2 weeks or 3 weeks? I don't think I would be. So I'm really looking forward to this October, because I have no idea what to predict. I could see literally any team that makes it making a run to the World Series.
We have Astros trauma here. They seem to just beat us up every year. Plenty of times. But they seem wounded right now. What are your thoughts on the Astros and their final push?
My main thought is don't throw a strike to Yordan Alvarez. I think that'll get you pretty far. Yeah, listen, the fact that they have gone this far with Alvarez missing most of the season is really impressive, and you can sort of see the wheels starting to fall off. Like, Jose Altuve has not been very good lately. They're starting to suffer with some pitching injuries. It's almost difficult to understand how they've gotten to this point. And then this is going to be, quite a big series, because you look at the lineup and you're like, okay, Alvarez, that's the guy. He can't let him beat me. Carlos Correa is a big name. He's not quite the star I don't believe that he used to be. Like, he's playing reasonably well for them, but he's not this all-world superstar like he was 4, 5, 6 years ago. At this point, he is a good, solid, above-average player who should be respected, but he's not up there in the Judge, Julio, Cal Raleigh conversation anymore. And then you look at the rest of the lineup, and it's like, Cam Smith was going to be a big rookie for them. It hasn't really worked out. I looked this up this morning. Their outfield since the All-Star break is the third worst hitting outfield in baseball. And that really says a lot about where they're at right now. So they are in kind of a situation where it's like, it has to be Yordan Alvarez. Carlos Correa can kick in, but this is sort of a thin lineup at this point.
He is MLB.com's Mike Petriello, kind enough to join us to talk a bit of Cal Raleigh and, of course, the American League playoff chase here. Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Have a good one. Seahawks season's underway, and we want to send one of you and 3 friends to watch the game on September 21st against the Saints. All you need to do is open the Seattle Sports app and click the Win tab to find out how. If you don't already have the app, just text the word app to 866-979-3776, and we'll send you a link to download. Enter daily to increase your chances to win. This contest runs through Monday, September 15th. Let's get to 4 Down territory.
This is 4 Down territory, going inside the game with former Seahawks and Coug wide receiver Michael Bumpus.
First down, how can the Seahawks get other pass catchers involved in the run game?
I meant the pass game.
The pass game.
I'm sorry,
I thought this is a fun twist. Maybe we're talking about blocking.
You know why? Because I'm writing the question and I'm answering the question as I'm writing it. It's because they're going to get them involved because of the run.
Okay.
Because you're going to run the football. You're going to be understanding. You're actually going to do something that we saw Kubiak do with the New Orleans Saints a lot of times, which is play action. When you play action the football, you're going to have some layers. There are some areas that you hit. If I'm play action, if I'm faking a handoff to the left side, I'm rolling to the right, you're going to have a right now route. That's typically a route in the flat. If you're not motioning a receiver over, it's probably going to be a tight end or a running back in the flat. You have your intermediate, which is typically going to be a drag. Then you have your deep and your backside post. Someone's going to be open. That's the play action rollout, like the naked boot, is not something that's designed for a specific player. It's your influence in the defense, and you're just going through your progression. A lot of the plays that JSN made last week, those plays where he was the first read. In this rollout type of deal, he's probably not going to be the first read unless he's that guy in the flat, which I don't typically see him lined up tight to the line of scrimmage when they do that. So how do you get these guys involved? You got to play action. How does the play action work? You run the football. So we need them to be a bit stubborn. We heard Mike Macdonald talk on Wednesday, I believe it was, and he talked about how we're an outside zone team. Typically, or basically he's saying, let's just get back to that. Let's do that. So, yeah, that's how you're going to do it. The run game is going to determine everything. If you can run the football, you can play action, other guys will be open, and won't be easy just to lock it on JSN.
Second down. How do you feel the Seahawks will miss Nicky Manwari even more this week? I don't like that.
So it was hard to answer that question. We're like, man, what did you miss with Nicky Manwari?
Yeah.
I don't know. He only played like five plays. But this week, I think they're going to miss him more because the Steelers are going to make this a physical type of game. They got a big running back in the backfield. They use their tight ends. They're in 11 personnel, 12 personnel a lot. And what that does is it packs the game in. And this is exactly the type of game that Nicky Manwari was brought here for. I think he was brought here for a game against the Niners too, because they do that as well. But with the Steelers, they're going to pack it in. They're going to make it tight. They are going to play action. They ran the third or second most play actions in the league last week. And this is where you're going to miss them, because you got to be able to cover the tight end. And if you are going to go big nickel or going to have 3 safeties out there, you got to have a safety who's willing to tackle. I'm not saying Ty Okada's not willing to tackle, but that's just not his game. He's more of a in-space freelance type of tackler. Nicky Manwari can be in the box and actually tackle guys close to the line of scrimmage. So I think with just the feel and the flavor of this game, this is where we're going to see the effects of not having Nicky Manwari out there. So I'm interested to see how often they get into that big nickel package, or do you just you stay with an extra linebacker out there? Who knows? And you're thin at that linebacker spot too. So I got some questions, and I'm interested to see how Mike Macdonald is going to address those things.
It's such a bummer. If you're John Schneider, it's like, I wonder if Jamal was initially acquired, not just, at the time, like he was an all-pro safety, and you were going to use him like a traditional safety, but also because you were like, hey, we're getting burned by Kittle. We're getting burned by teams that are using these heavy formations. And, that's in the NFC. These are run-heavy teams. These are, some teams that have star tight ends. And we're going to finally have a safety that, he can, play in coverage, but he can be down in the box. And now we've got a match. And then he gets hurt all the time. A good first year, but otherwise gets hurt. And then you see Nicky Manwari and you go, here we go.
Here we go. We got one.
Finally, we got one. I got a safety that can play in the box, and we're going to get this thing done here. Week 1, he's out. And if you're John Schneider, you're probably like, man, I'm tired of these tight ends.
Can't catch a break.
I can't catch a break. I'm fighting for my life out here. Third down. What will be the deciding factor against the Steelers?
The offense. This game, I believe, is going to come down to the offense. We saw the defense put together a pretty good game last week. You held the 49ers to 17 points. You had 2 interceptions, special teams. You blocked a field goal. The defensive side of the ball, showed up last week. Now it's time for the offense, because Aaron Rodgers is going to put together a decent game. He's going to throw for 250 and a touchdown or 2. They're going to run the football with Jalen Warren. And you predicted a high 20 score game, 24-28. Is that what you said?
I'm regretting it, but I have to stick with it. I said 28-24 Seattle.
Yeah. I can't tell you my score because I got to wait till Sunday to say.
I'm guessing you're lower.
I'm low 20s, maybe even high teens type of score.
I think you're going to be right on this
and
one.
I think it's going to come down to the offense putting together a defining drive in the second half to put this thing together. You're on the road. It's going to be tough. Yes, you were 7-1 on the road last year, but Pittsburgh is a different place. I forgot who we were talking to yesterday on Hog Talk, but he compared Pittsburgh to like Green Bay. It has that type of feel. Like you don't just walk in there and win ball games. It's going to be tough. So I think that the defense is going to be solid, but the offense is going to have a defining drive, or going to have a defining drive to win this ball game. So this one is on the offense because we're still asking the same questions about the offense that we asked before the season started. With the defense, I think people feel good about it. You are going to be missing some guys. So because we already know what the defense can do and because the defense will be missing some guys, the deciding factor to me this week is going to be the offense. Can they move the football and score points?
Speaking of, fourth down. What can we learn about Sam Darnold this week?
Connecting third down and fourth down. Because the offense is going to have a defining moment. We're going to learn, has Sam Darnold shaken off the jinx or the negativity of the end of last season? Can he lead a team into a hostile environment with expectations and carry them and win the ball game? He's going to have to throw the ball 30 times this game. You're not just going to run 52 plays. All right, you're going to be in the 60s, you're going to be in the 70s, and he's going to be asked to do a bit more. Can he do that? Because the last time he was asked to do that, he didn't perform at a high level. He played well last week, but didn't throw a touchdown, didn't throw an interception. Very cautious type of game plan, very cautious type of play from Sam Darnold. So this week, because I'm saying that the offense is going to have to win this game, we're going to find out if Sam Darnold has shaken off the old vibes from last year, and can he be the guy to lead a team to victory?
As a wise man once said, you're going to learn today.
We'll learn today.
We're going to learn on Sunday about Sam Darnold.
Yes, we are. At 10 a.m. early Sunday.
Yeah, early for you and Curtis.
Not for Curtis.
Not for Curtis.
It's a normal day for me.
It's a normal day for you. But, man, isn't it crazy? I'm going to wake up and you'll have already been doing a pregame show for like an hour.
Yeah. Oh, you get up at 8?
Yeah, I'll probably get up at 8.
Yeah?
Yeah, casual workout.
You're going to get up at 9.
Maybe I'll walk to get coffee.
You know.
You'll be on air, so I will drive down the street to get coffee and then drive back. Just thought I'd, make that.
Thoughts and prayers with
Thoughts
you.
and prayers.
Appreciate you.
I'm sorry. Oh, that is a bummer. All right. As a reminder, though, it is going to be a great pregame show. So get up early with Bump, 7 a.m. Get your breakfast going. Go get your coffee. Get ready for the Seahawks 3-hour pregame show. You'll hear from some other Seahawks analysts, obviously led by Michael Bumpus. And then you're going to have a 3-hour post as well to figure out what went on. Hopefully, knock on wood, in a Week 2 win for Seattle. How would you guys order a Mariners playoff rotation? We're getting to that coming up in about 20-ish minutes at 11:45. Sticking with the Mariners at noon. So before then, let's take a look around some other big stories in sports. We're going to start with the NFL here. The Raiders play the Chargers on Sunday. So have tensions between Pete Carroll and Jim Harbaugh thawed over all these years apart? No, they have not. That's next.
Polanco tagging. Here comes the throw. Polanco steaming home. He slides.
Back in first place.
He's safe! And the Mariners win! Sir Harry Ford!
This is what I've been expecting since the trade deadline.
It's 6 straight wins for the Mariners, who go for 7 in a row tonight.
It's there to be had. It's right there.
Mariners, Angels. First pitch at 7:10. Pregame at 6.
We believe in each other and we're ready to fight.
On the home of the Mariners, Seattle Sports on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
Dave Wyman here, and since I stopped playing football, we've been fortunate to live in the same house for over 20 years. That type of longevity is a good thing, except 20 years in the same house means a lot of things start to break. Most recently, it's our windows. Virtually every seal has broken, and that's why I reached out to Harley Exteriors. They're local, they're huge fans of our teams, and big listeners to the station. Better yet, they have the best product. Olympic Series windows offered exclusively through Harley Exteriors are manufactured in Washington, designed for Pacific Northwest homes and climate. That means cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter. To celebrate the start of football season, the guys at Harley Exteriors are offering no interest and no payments for an entire year. Also, buy one window and get the second one 40% off. And take another $200 off your entire project. Call 833-HARLEY. That's 833-HARLEY. Or go to harleyexteriors.com.
Hey, it's Brock Ewart here, and you got to take the First Mark Insurance Challenge. It could save you a lot of money and get your family better coverage. First Mark has saved my family thousands of dollars every year. Take the First Mark Challenge. It's totally free. Just simply go to firstmarkinsurance.com.
Endless hours of research, seeking referrals, dozens of calls. Hiring the right attorney can be a challenging process during an already difficult time. J.P. Pendergast with Pendergast Law explains.
In Washington State, Tom, there are thousands of attorneys to choose from. Referrals and online research can be helpful, but discovering the right attorney requires a conversation. It can be hard to identify integrity and authenticity without that interaction.
So, what do you recommend?
We encourage anyone looking for personal injury representation to call for a free consultation with our team before making a decision simply based on referrals or online research. Accident victims need an attorney that listens, demonstrates honesty, and is genuinely understanding of their unique circumstances. The care, attention, and preparation that our firm provides throughout the case mirrors the effort involved when taking on the insurance companies.
Save time and avoid mistakes after an injury. Contact the caring and compassionate team at Pendergast Law.
If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident, call Pendergast Law. We can help.
Tune in this Sunday when your Seattle Seahawks take on Pittsburgh. Kickoff at 10 a.m. Muckleshoot Casino Resort, proud sponsor of the Seattle Seahawks and the biggest and best in the Pacific Northwest.
Cal has hit more home runs than any catcher in the history of the game of baseball.
The Mariners are in the hunt for October, and now's the time to pack the park and bring the energy.
The look in by Brash, the payout pitch on the way, and strike three called. He got him looking.
We're electric. I feel like the fans can feel that, and we're just going to keep this going.
An absolute tracer from Julio. He has homered in back-to-back at-bats.
Keep bringing the energy. We really need it. Let's go.
Out to right field. Way back there. J.P. Crawford. Game winner walk-off fashion in the ninth inning.
This team has a lot of fight. You guys have been electric. You guys are the key to this, so thank you guys.
The postseason is in our sights. Be here and be loud. Mariners baseball. Seize the moment.
Heading outdoors or on the water this weekend? Check in with Joey and Nelly on the Outdoor Line from 6 to 8 a.m. every Saturday on Seattle Sports and the Seattle Sports app.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody. Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten. Classics are remixed. Bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Brought to you by Integrated Rehabilitation Group.
This is The Timeline
With Bump and Stacy.
brought to you by 1-800-DUI-AWAY.
Jerry Dipoto was asked about the Mariners' level of interest in extending Josh Naylor. We're going to get to that in a couple minutes. First, the Raiders play the Chargers on Sunday. So have tensions between Pete Carroll and Jim Harbaugh thawed out over all these years? No, they have not. Harbaugh was asked about the history of their beef during his midweek press conference.
Yeah, pretty well documented, and he's a great coach. One of the best. It's a lot of respect. I always think that had I ever played for him, one of his teams, because he was coaching when I was playing, or was on his staff once I got into coaching, I bet we would have been really good friends. Learned a lot from him just watching him, but he's also always been on the other side. When I was a player, he was a defensive coordinator or head coach somewhere, and then when I was coaching, we were trying to gouge each other's eyes out. It's like in the competitive spirit of that.
Why are you laughing?
Because it sounds forced. Good guy, other team. I played,
man.
you coached. It's like it's painful for him to say anything nice about Pete Carroll. And I love this. I love this because this is what sports rivalry is all about.
He said Pete probably feels the same way.
Yeah, it's been good interactions, when you're just not out there that sort of way. Like I said, I think we would have been probably pretty good friends. Alas, we have been on opposite sides. So I'm not on his Christmas card list.
Let's go to Pete. He was asked about Harbaugh and confirmed.
Well, hold on, before you say that.
Yeah.
Pete's is going to sound completely different.
Do you think?
Pete's is going to
Are
be
you sure?
like genuinely.
Are you positive?
He's a cool guy. Yep. Pete knows
What's your fondest memory of this rivalry with Jim Harbaugh?
I remember Jim. No, I don't. I have no fond memories of them. They're good. There's great games. They've been great games. That's all.
You said that
There's been a bunch of them.
you guys in different lives could have been great teammates. When you say something like that, what is that?
Well, I think that would come from the. He's seen my game, and so he would like me to help him win. If I could, and so he'd like us to play together, I guess.
It's worse.
But one thing we would certainly see eye to eye on is about competing. He's always been a great competitor, and he battled through so much in his playing days and his coaching days as well. So I appreciate him saying that because I'd like to play with him too.
He said that you're not on each other's Christmas, or he's not on your Christmas card list. You expect a birthday card from him then?
Well, I'm surprised he would say that because he sends me a birthday card every week, every year.
Oh, he fumbled that. He could have killed him right there. He sends me a birthday card every year, but it's every week, every month, every day. This is like, you remember that movie, Grumpy Old Men? You ever seen that movie?
No.
Nah, man, it was a classic. This is
That
just
was
two
Morgan Freeman?
grumpy old men. Nah.
Oh, okay.
It's two white guys.
Jack Lemmon, Walter Matthau.
I was thinking of the bucket list.
This is two grumpy old men just politely,
Hating on each
respectfully,
other.
disrespectfully
Yeah.
hating on each other.
They're just with grace. I say this with love.
Yeah.
I hate you.
It's like when people say, with all due respect.
Yes,
You're
and then
about
say
you're about to
something-
say something real disrespectful.
You're going to say something wildly disrespectful
Yeah.
with it. When you start with no offense,
Yeah. No
only
offense.
something offensive can follow
All
that.
due respect, no offense, respectfully.
Yeah.
Anything that
Between
follows
us,
that. Yeah.
I just feel like, and just a great person, but anything like that is just always going to be bad. Yeah, these two do not like each other. I think it's very sincere. I couldn't tell at first for the longest time, like maybe it's kind of a bit, like they both kind of get a kick out of hating each other, but I think they genuinely
don't like each
have
other.
disdain for each other. And I think in hindsight, Pete's initially was a little worse with just, yeah, he probably hopes that we would have been friends on the same team because he knows I would have beat him.
Well, and then Pete saying he has no fond memories.
No fond memories.
Like, you beat Jim Harbaugh a lot in the NFL. Like, what do you
fond
mean you
memory.
have no fond memories of it? I get that Harbaugh initially got him pretty good in college
Yeah.
because Stanford upset USC in that major upset, but like, No fond memories? None?
I am watching this game for halftime and post-game comments. I am watching the final minute to see if they shake hands or pass each other.
They'll shake hands.
You think?
Yeah, they'll shake hands.
Bet.
It'd be like it'd be like
a quick one.
A no eye contact, shake hands.
You think they shake hands?
Yeah.
Okay.
Little flyby.
They're both class acts.
I don't think they shake hands before the game. You see that a lot, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think they're meeting at midfield to talk about this one. Next up, Joe Buck was a recent guest on Pardon My Take and shared the exact moment he knew the 2013 Seahawks would blow out the Broncos in the Super Bowl.
So my wife, bleeds Bronco, whatever they are, orange and blue.
Orange, yeah.
And we did our production meetings with Denver first and then Seattle. So on, let's say, Wednesday, we met with Denver. And it was great. We're on their team bus, in the back of the bus, talking to Peyton Manning, and then somebody else would come back there, and it was great. Then the next day we go, I think the Giants facility is where Seattle was, and we met with the Legion of Boom all as one group. And, Earl Thomas and Cam Chancellor, and Troy and I walked out of that production meeting, and it was like, Denver's got no chance. They looked like they were ready to run through a wall on Thursday.
Yeah.
And I went back to the hotel, and Michelle's like, well, how was it? I said, I don't think you're going to like this game. And her brother flew in, and she had family, and that was the game in New York, and it was just that was one that I could see coming.
It's funny because not a lot of people – there were people favoring the Seahawks. Broncos obviously favored, and we know how it was pitched. Best offense, best defense, who comes out on top. I don't know how many people were predicting the blowout that happened. Credit to Joe Buck for being like, yeah, I thought the Broncos would die.
And that's one of the best offenses we've ever seen, too. Mm-hmm. And that's how dominant these guys are, man. And on defense – that's where emotion helps you the most on defense. On offense, you got to be a bit more composed. You got to execute. On defense, it's raw reaction and just, I'm going to take your head off, and you can influence a game. And I think, obviously, the Legion of Boom had one of the most skilled defenses of all time, but they had one of the most violent, just get after you type of guys as well. Like, look at the way Sherm be texting or be tweeting. Mm-hmm. Like, he don't care. That was just the mentality of these guys. The only guy that doesn't make sense to me is when I talk to Cam Chancellor. Nicest guy in the world. Like, how were you that crazy and vicious on the football field?
It's like you're so nice.
Yeah, nicest guy in the world. Even with Cliff, you can see some twitch in him sometimes. Cliff will show you a twitch.
You know that, like, Cliff, certainly like Lova, any former defensive player, Dave Wyman, I think former defensive guys are just praying for a moment when they can tackle someone in real life. They're like, show me one bank robber running away. Just let me step in here for 1 second. Does Peyton still hold single-season passing touchdown record, or did Mahomes pass
55?
55, that's still Peyton.
Peyton Manning.
Let's get to baseball here. Jerry DiPoto was a guest on the MLB Trade Rumors podcast today and spoke on the Mariners' level of interest in extending Josh Naylor.
Yeah, I think we would, and that remains to be seen how Josh feels about the matter. But it's never easy when you're in a playoff race to open discussions like that. But I know that there is interest on our end, and I believe that there is interest on Josh's end. And, that's part of the calculus is when you acquire players like that. And, we did this with Gino Suarez. We did it with Jesse Winker. Just a number of guys through the years, some that worked out better than others over time. But, I think Josh is enjoying his time here. He's actually, as good as anybody that's played in the last handful of years at hitting in this ballpark. And it doesn't seem to bother him much. And, we'll see if there's an interest in sticking around as a Mariner.
I really hope there is. And I think that the Mariners getting to the playoffs, kind of how his story ends here this year, TBD, maybe helps determine whether or not he wants to stay.
Yeah, I agree. Success, that changes a lot of things. It makes you look at your teammates differently, the city differently. I wonder if he's married. Do you know if he's married?
I don't know.
All right. Well,
yeah.
And the environment, does your spouse like it here? If you have kids, do they like it? There's so many factors that go into it. But if you win and you see a future with this group, you see more wins along the way, that can be Be persuasive.
Josh Naylor is married.
He's married?
His wife, Chantel.
You came in like that was breaking news, and when you said
Look,
Josh
the people
Naylor
need to
so
know.
assertively and aggressively, my heart skipped a beat. Like I thought you were about to be Josh Naylor. He's done. He's done.
Josh Naylor's wife is a Latin singer-songwriter.
Really?
Nice.
What's her name?
Chantel Collado.
All right, I'm going to check your stuff out, Chantel.
Yeah.
She's got over 127,000 Spotify listeners.
Wow.
All right.
All right, time for the IRG Injury Report brought to you by IRG Physical and Hand Therapy. A quick look at what's going on for the Seattle Seahawks here. We are definitely watching some names on defense. Julian Love was limited on Wednesday and then was a non-participant in practice yesterday. Also, really watching Devin Witherspoon with that knee injury. He hasn't practiced for 2 consecutive days entering this game. The Mariners still need a win to make sure they get to the playoffs, but while we're talking about a potential playoff rotation, there's a really interesting stat pointing to why one starter in particular should be your Game 1 guy. That's next.
Touchdown Seahawks! Celebrating 50 years of Seahawks football with the voice of the Seahawks, Steve Rabel.
Number 96, Cortez Kennedy. He was as wide as he was tall, and he was in the backfield terrorizing quarterbacks and throwing them to the ground before they knew what hit them.
The Seahawks hit the road for the first time this season in hostile Pittsburgh. Seahawks, Steelers, Sunday. Kickoff at 10 a.m.
On the home of the Seahawks, Seattle Sports.
Welcome to IRG's Sports Injury Update. We're with Shannon O'Kelly, physical therapist and president of IRG Physical and Hand Therapy, and our guest, Dr. Michael Dugella, podiatrist and fellowship-trained foot and ankle surgeon at Washington Orthopedic Center in Centralia and Olympia.
Dr. Dugella, thank you for joining us on the IRG Sports Injury Update. You're a foot and ankle specialist. Tell us about ankle sprains, particularly in athletes.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of injuries right now, even in the Seahawks. Nehemiah Pritchett out with a bad ankle sprain. Typically on these uneven surfaces where we can get our foot caught or tumbled up within a dog pile, these rotational injuries can happen, tearing the ligaments. We have various grades of injuries that can affect people, which determines their return to play.
Talk about grading and return to play, i.e. a grade 1 versus a grade 3, let's say.
So grade 1 injuries are typically fairly mild strains and sprains. As we get up into the higher grade, these are where we end up with either partial or complete tears. Grade 3 would be a complete tear. That obviously makes it harder to get back. So early injuries, minor injuries, a couple of weeks out. As we get into complete tears, maybe closer to 3 to 4 weeks minimum.
So 3 to 4 weeks, if you've got a significant tear, that grade 2 or potentially 3, how do you diagnose these? What's the easiest way for you to diagnose these?
Clinical exam. The difficulty is sometimes they're very tender on initial examination. So sometimes you have to bring them back in several days as the dust settles a little bit. Sometimes MRIs are needed.
And generally speaking, based on the injury, a lot of it's biology. It's just time, healing, return to play. A lot of times you're going to assess cutting, stopping, starting, what the athlete can do on the field. But we're talking about generally around 4 to 6 weeks. Is that right?
That's exactly right.
All right, Dr. Dugella, thank you for your time. Thank you for information. And thank you for joining us in the IRG Sports Injury Update. If you'd like more information on foot and ankle injuries, you can contact Dr. Dugella at waortho.com. That's waortho.com.
With over 40 neighborhood clinics around Washington, IRG has you covered. Let IRG be your family's physical therapist. Find the location nearest you at irgpt.com. That's irgpt.com.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first, on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home for you so you attract the right buyers. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's orchard.com.
Seattle Sports has your chance to win 4 tickets to the Seahawks game Sunday, September 21st. Head to the Seattle Sports app, click the Win tab in the bottom right corner, and enter to win. You can enter once per day, so the more times you enter through the Seattle Sports app, the better your odds. Do it every day, September 9th through September 15th. Details and rules at seattlesports.com/win. From the home of the Seahawks, Seattle Sports. The home of the Mariners.
It is gone!
every pitch on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right. So we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Do you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is letting everyone know about great debt relief options now available to help people with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of your credit card debt. Get a free debt relief consultation when you call 800-738-2626. 800-738-2626. 800-738-2626.
Ooh, that face. Quantum fiber internet loves that face.
That's Jamila.
Hey, Jamila.
She's thinking outside the box from inside the box.
Quantum fiber Wi-Fi keeps her meeting game strong. From the back door to the front lawn.
Rushing all of her video calls. Back to back video calls.
Quantum fiber internet blowing the soxies up all those people in all those boxes. Yay to you.
Switch today at quantumfiber.com. Additional pods may be needed to achieve Wi-Fi coverage in some locations. Limited availability. Service in select locations only.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio, you're listening to Bumpin' Stacy.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
We are going to stick with baseball for a while here. Definitely getting back to the Seahawks week 2. We're going to take a look around the NFL coming up in an hour at 12:45. At 1, Bob Condotta is going to join us. We got a lot of questions about Sam Darnold, and importantly, a lot of questions about kind of a concerning injury report, especially when it comes to the secondary. But we're going to get to Tricia Whitaker, who's going to be on the broadcast crew for tonight's game on Apple TV coming up in less than 15 minutes right now. How would you order a Mariners playoff rotation? Just a fun hypothetical. I know the Mariners haven't secured a spot, but it's that time of the year to be having that conversation. We had Ryan Rowland-Smith on the other day who kind of talked about what he would do, but take a listen to this stat bump from Paul Hembekides.
The Mariners as a staff collectively this year own a bullpen ERA of 3.83. That is a bullpen ERA that ranks 11th in Major League Baseball. In the games in which Brian Wu has started, that number goes down to 3.62, so that is slightly better. But most remarkably, Buster, what I did was look at the earned run average of the Mariners bullpen in the game immediately following every Brian Wu start, and that number is 1.82. The Mariners bullpen has pitched to a sub-2 ERA in a fifth of their games, in large part because of the length that Brian Wu is providing them.
Wow. It's why Wu would be his game 1 starter.
We have obviously decided that length is far from the most important thing when it comes to starting pitching. But we've seen research studies, like the one from Louis Polis, that says each inning a starter pitches today lowers their team's relief ERA by 7 points tomorrow. The length that Brian Wu has provided the Seattle Mariners is significant. And for that reason, coupled with his natural run prevention, he would be my game 1 starter.
Natural to look at Logan and be like, oh, he strikes out a ton, and then if you lose, your best pitcher's in a must-win game, or if you win, your best pitcher this year's in that second game. But statistically, you actually give yourself your best shot if Brian Wu is your game 1 starter, because your bullpen arms have their best ERA on average in that game immediately following his, which still gives you your best shot to win in game 2 also.
Wu's a starter.
Mm-hmm.
I think most people would think Wu should be the guy, right?
Yeah, I agree with you. Most people would probably say Wu game 1.
Yeah,
anyways.
I think most people say Wu game 1, but there's reason to go Logan and then go to Wu. I get all that, but for me, I'm putting my best guy out there first. I'm setting the tone, and all this year has been Wu, right? Mm-hmm. How many did he have? 25 consecutive?
Was it 24 or 25?
Something like that. Quality starts and whatnot, or getting into the 6th inning. No, that's what I would do because I think with a team like the Mariners, they're liable to start off slow with the bats, right? So you need a guy who has shown you, all right, I'm going to give you some time to warm up. Like my mom used to tell me to go outside and warm up the car back in the day. Woo is outside and the car's warming up, and when you get in, it's going to be defrosted, it's going to be warm, it's going to be ready to ride.
Right.
That is what Woo can do for this team. It's almost hurts me to say it. I don't trust Logan to do that right now. Not as much as Woo, at least. I think Woo is just locked in on a different level.
Buster Olney this morning with Brock and Salk said this.
My instinct is, and I'm not around the team on a daily basis, is that Logan Gilbert also would have a spot. And then it comes down to trust. And, Luis Castillo, if he continues to, sort of build on his most recent outing and pitch better, then I just because of it being a veteran pitcher, I think a lot of times you see teams go that way.
All right, what about us? So you and I think both see like, hey, Woo, game 1. Logan, game 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's your third guy? Kirby, Castillo, Miller?
Miller. No, not going Miller. This is the tough one because
this is the hardest decision.
Neither have been extremely consistent this year. I'm narrowing down to Castillo and Kirby. Kirby, the last time we saw him, didn't look the greatest. I can't remember what Castillo looked like the last time we saw him. But I'm going to go with, dang, this is tough, man.
Buster says veteran experience.
Yeah, I think I'm going with Castillo. I think I'm going with Castillo for that experience. And because I feel like emotionally, he's a bit more mature than what Kirby is right now.
I think I'm with you on this one. And I tend to be more conservative in decision-making and go with experience when it comes to players. Like whenever we talk about like, how are the Seahawks going to pick their roster? I'm always like, well, that guy's been a center before, right? So kind of lean into that. But I don't know. Curtis, what do you think? Both Bump and I are kind of on the same page here.
Yeah, in a 5-game series, you're probably only going to have 3 starting pitchers. If you do end up getting to a 7-game series, you're probably going to need a 4th in there at some point. But you look at the stuff that Kirby and Miller have, I think that would work a lot better out of the bullpen than, say, Luis Castillo out of the bullpen. I think – and also you're going to need guys that can get you multiple innings, especially with how quick of a hook you have for starting pitchers in the postseason. You're only seeing starters go 4 innings, maybe 5 innings. So you're going to need guys to eat up innings in the in-between. So Kirby can get you multiple innings. Miller can get you multiple innings. I'd rather have the ball in their hands than say, not to hate on like Caleb Ferguson or anything like that, but like, who would you rather have in those situations?
Well,
I'd rather have Kirby or Miller.
Seen Kirby in that situation, and it
ended
ended up working in your favor.
Save in game 3 or
exactly.
game 2.
So,
also Kirby is kind of trending down, where Castillo is trending back up. Castillo went 6 innings, 1 earned run in his last start. The start before that was 4 innings, 5 earned runs, but he's kind of turning around where Kirby went 4 innings, 7 earned runs in his last start. That was not pretty.
No.
So, like, dating back, it's just, like, I think Kirby kind of gets in his own head sometimes, too. And in a playoff environment, I'd rather have a psycho coming out of the bullpen than somebody kind of freaking himself out before a game.
Mike Tomlin would say, you really want a serial killer. You want a serial killer. Low pulse rate. 206 says, Kirby threw a shutout in 2022 during the playoffs. He's a big moment guy. It's got to be Kirby. 2022 is not 2025.
I could grab Rim in 2022.
Yeah.
It's 2025.
Kirby is still stellar. The last 2 outings,
you got to go off of what you've seen lately.
He's getting hit hard, and he's walking some guys.
Yeah. It's
not really his MO.
2022 is a totally different story, man. What have you seen lately? Who do you trust right now? I'm not going back years and say, I remember when. I'm saying, what has he done the last 5 to 6 starts?
Catch the Mariners-Angels series finale this Sunday on the Seattle Sports app or on AM 770. Meanwhile, the Seahawks head to Pittsburgh to face the Steelers in a game you can hear on the app and on 710. As always, just download the Seattle Sports app. Then you can find both broadcasts. I was switching back and forth last Sunday as well. Apple TV's Tricia Whitaker joins us next.
Polanco tagging. Here comes the throw. Polanco steaming home. He slides.
Back in first place.
He's safe as the Mariners win
I've been expecting since the trade deadline.
It's 6 straight wins for the Mariners, who go for 7 in a row tonight.
It's there to be had. It's right there.
Mariners, Angels. First pitch at 7:10. Pregame at 6.
We believe in each other and we're ready to fight.
On the home of the Mariners, Seattle Sports on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
The fall, well, it's a great time to reset your workouts on new stuff, and Top Fitness has some great deals going on right now. Hey, Brock Hewitt here, and you've heard me talk about working out in your home gym. It's the best. From flooring to everything that goes in that gym, like treadmills, ellipticals, and strength training systems, well, Top Fitness provides it all. Top Fitness represents the very best brands available, like Washington's own Precor, yes, the company that created the elliptical, and Inspire Fitness, the leader in strength training machines, along with so many others. Give Top Fitness your room dimensions right now, and you know what? They'll do the rest. They'll do a complete fitness room design. And right now, get 0% interest financing, mention you heard it from me, and receive an additional $100 off any new treadmill or home gym. It's no secret that everyone, from personal trainers to professional athletes, love Top Fitness. Top Fitness has locations in Tukwila, Linwood, and Bellevue, or visit them online at topfitness.com for more info. That's Top Fitness, your best place for home fitness equipment.
We meet by accident, fixing every last bit, Accurate Auto Body.
If you've been in an auto accident, you have the right to take your vehicle to any repair facility. Accurate Auto Body has been family owned and operated since 1994, and they work for you, not your insurance company. Your insurance company may not love them, but you will, because
we meet by accident, fixing every last bit, Accurate Auto Body.
Temperatures are dropping, but you don't have to settle for a chilly home this winter. Keep cozy and safe with energy-saving products during Washington Energy's home heating sale on now. Upgrading your home is as easy as $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 off. Take $1,000 off furnaces, fireplaces, and water heaters, $2,000 off high-efficiency heat pump systems, and $3,000 off whole home generators and ductless mini splits, plus free financing. Washington Energy Services, your expert resource for affordable home comfort. Call for a free estimate.
Hi, I'm Justin Shirley. We offer 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 24 months on new roofs. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF now. State Roofing and Exteriors, held to a higher standard since 1968.
Step into Seahawks game day at the Pro Shop, where the roar of the 12s begins. And official Seahawks gear is always within reach.
Touchdown, Seahawks!
This is the Pro Shop. Visit the official store of the Seattle Seahawks, located at Lumen Field and the Landing in Renton.
Bonneville International radio station contests are open to participants 18 years of age or older that are residents of Washington State unless otherwise specified. Employees or agents of the station, Bonneville International Corporation, other area radio stations, or any entity associated with the contests are not eligible to win unless the station otherwise specifies at its own discretion. Persons who have won in the last 60 days from a station contest or event may not be eligible. Full general contest rules are available on seattlesports.com or in person at the station during regular business hours.
Saving for retirement was tough enough for us.
Yes, and navigating markets can be challenging at times.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we take a disciplined approach with your investments.
Tell us more about that.
We take an active approach to money management, positioning your portfolio for opportunities we see ahead.
So all your clients get the same portfolio?
No, we tailor your portfolio to your individual goals and needs.
What about communication? We don't like being left in the dark.
We check in regularly to keep you informed on the markets and your portfolio.
Which means you'll help us stay on track.
Yes, our goal is your comfortable retirement. And as a fiduciary, we always put your interests first, because we do better when you do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's almost over, but the heat is pressing on. If you've got battery trouble, stop by AutoZone for free battery testing. It may just need a charge, and we'll do that for free too. If you do need a battery, we've got options starting at just $89.99. And we'll recycle your old battery for free. Now that's a strong start. Don't miss the end of summer sale. Now at AutoZone until September 22nd.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Let's go!
This is Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app.
KIRO AM Seattle. KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma. Home of the Seahawks, Mariners, and everything Seattle sports. Seattle Sports Snapshot.
The Mariners walked it off again last night, this time against the Angels, and this time thanks to Harry Ford. The win, combined with the Astros' loss yesterday to the Blue Jays, means Seattle is tied for first place in the AL West. 3 more to go against the Halos. Luis Castillo on the mound tonight. A later start, 7:10 p.m. 6 p.m. pregame show on Seattle Sports, as well as play-by-play at 7:10 p.m. Of course, this game's going to be on Apple TV as well.
Snapshot, brought to you by Miller Lite. When it's game time, it's Miller time. From the Quantum Fiber Studio,
this is Bump and Stacy
on Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app and at seattlesports.com.
Now, here are your hosts, Michael Bumpus and Stacy Ross.
Here we go now. Bump, did you have 57 for Cal? I can't remember what your prediction
57.
was. 57. How confident are you in that prediction right now?
Where's he at?
53. 4
Oh,
more.
it's going down. 18
Yeah.
games left?
No doubt.
It's going down.
Now, Mike Petriello, we had him on earlier. He had a whole feature about, it was posted on the 9th, about like, hey, here's how Cal could realistically get to 60. On the 12th, we talked to him earlier today. He wasn't as confident that that's going to happen, but thinks he'll finish high 50s. So
No, I'm with
Sticking
no, he's
57?
57. It's going down. Young jock. King Griffey, love you. Love your statue. Your swing is beautiful. Your golf swing is beautiful.
Yeah.
But
great guy, great photographer.
Great photographer, family man.
But it's going down.
It's going down.
Ian, what about you? You have 57. You going over, under?
I think I'm going. I might go over 57 and just under the 60 mark. I feel like
59.
he's going to be so close. Looking at the matchups, going against KC, going against Houston, and then the Dodgers to finish off, you're looking at some really, really good pitching there. And also, like we've seen it the past couple series, he's been getting walked a ton.
Oh,
if there's a
man.
base open, they're just not letting him hit. So I think a lot of the times the bat's being kind of taken out of his hands. He's not giving the opportunity to really go up there and swing it. So he might not get there.
Yeah, I'm not seeing 60, but I do think there's still a stretch in there of, you know, when he'll get like 1, 2, 3 back-to-back games or whatever. You're right in terms of the intentional walks being a massive factor, not getting pitched. He's at least being patient with those ABs. He's taken those walks.
Yeah.
So he's been pretty solid. He's not making like dumb decisions, but you can see on his face when he's frustrated, he absolutely missed one.
Yeah. He knows, man.
He knows.
He's also had stretches of like almost 10 in a week. So he could just do something crazy to finish it off.
Yeah, well, and that's what Mike said in the column, where he was like, look, this guy has had really a ton of production in terms of home runs for many years in a row now. Like, it's not a guy that like will get 20 in a first half and then have absolutely nothing and finish with 25. Like, he's gotten 30 plus for 3 years, or 30 at least for
He's
3
streaky,
years.
man.
Cal?
Yeah. Streak is coming on. He's about to get hot. He's about to get hot. I feel it.
Against the Angels here.
Mhm.
All right, well, this game's going to be on Apple TV, and Apple TV's Tricia Whitaker joining us now on the Emerald Queen Casino Sportsbook Hotline. Tricia, how's it going?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. We do have questions about this game in particular, but we were just talking about kind of where we think Cal Raleigh might finish the season in terms of a home run total. Do you have kind of a guess that you've been following, or a prediction?
Yeah, you know what? I'm actually I'm super excited to interview him tonight. First of all, I think what he's been doing for the game is amazing. And I think the one thing that stands out to me about Cal is just how those numbers, he doesn't even really think of them, right? I mean, there might be a conversation around it. But when I ask him about it during the pregame interview, I guarantee you guys it's going to be the most boring answer you've ever heard. I know he's on pace for 59 home runs. Let's see, how many weeks do we have left in the regular season?
About 2-ish.
I'm gonna say he gets to at least 59, if not 65.
There you go,
That's what I'm gonna
Trish.
go with.
Passing good old Ken Griffey Jr., huh? Let's get it. I'm with you. I'm with you 100%. We're obviously people want to know about Cal, but I love production meetings when I have them because there's a bunch of random stuff that's thrown out there, right? You're trying to figure out, okay, what's going to be the focus? And here in Seattle, obviously it's Cal Rylee. What else is a story that you guys have discussed when it comes to this ball club?
Yeah, we're going to be talking about a lot tonight. One of the other things is Julio Rodriguez, right? In the second half tear that he's been on. We know that, Raleigh's performance has a little bit overshadowed it, I would argue. But Julio has been one of the top hitters in baseball since before the All-Star break. And so that's one of the storylines we're definitely going to be talking about. I'm going to chat with him a little bit before the game. But, I mean, you kind of mentioned it. Cal Rylee is the star of this team. He's really the star of the season. So a lot about him, but also just about how much this city wants to see the Mariners finally get to that point. It seems like it comes down to the wire every season, the last 4 or 5 seasons for the Mariners. Are they going to make the playoffs? If they do make the playoffs, are they going to even do anything in the playoffs? And I think that, I think that's the biggest talking point for us tonight. Will they finally get to that spot where they can make the playoffs and actually make a splash? You saw what they did at the trade deadline, and it showed that this team is serious about winning. And that's one of the questions I'm going to ask Cal today is when you saw them go out and get 2 of the best bats on the market at the deadline, did that feel like a clear message to this team? We're going for it. And did it change the clubhouse?
Yeah, I love that you guys are focusing on that because it's the big picture question that, as you know, here in Seattle, we talk about every single year. I mean, we've had you on to ask you before, like, do they do it this year? And I think, Tricia, that this year to me, and I've grown up here, this lineup to me feels genuinely like one of the best I've watched. And I know that they've been inconsistent as a team, but every team in baseball has stretches of being pretty inconsistent. To you, when you look at this team, maybe most especially the lineup, does it feel like a Mariners team and a Mariners fan base that should have more hope?
100%. I mean, I think the difference between this Mariners team and previous teams is that they have so many power bats that can absolutely rake, and they can do it in the postseason. Obviously, we know the offense is led by Cal Rylee, who's trying to put, the finishing touches on his historic season and on the verge of breaking records. But I think when you look at the rest of this lineup, they do have, the power to do this. I just talked about Julio Rodriguez last Saturday. I know he eclipsed the 30 home run mark. You talk about power, you look at him. And it's also clear to me that the addition of Edgar Martinez and Kevin Seitzer to the hitting coaching staff has paid immediate dividends for this franchise. And I think that when you look at this lineup, that's one of the biggest differences to me than previous Mariners teams is that they do have that power, and that plays in the postseason.
What are your thoughts on the rotation? We were sitting here trying to figure out, okay, who will be our 3 guys if we were to put it together right now? And it was tough for us because we've seen great performances and we've seen poor performances by everyone in this rotation, different from what we've seen in the previous seasons. Just what are your thoughts on the rotation and where it stands today?
Yeah, I think they have a really, you talk about how every rotation has its strengths and weaknesses. And I think when you talk about October, that's the biggest thing, that people look at. And that's what wins you games in October. So when you look at this rotation, I think it's a strong rotation. The first thing that we already talked about that stands out to me about this team is the offense. But I do think they have a strong rotation. And if they can kind of find that success with the rotation in the postseason, I think paired with their offense, that's a really, really good recipe recipe for October.
Speaking of part of that good recipe, Randy Arozarena, you know a ton about him, obviously. I think that there's a fear that is very natural and understandable for Mariners fans. Oh, this team's going to choke it away, or oh, if you get to the playoffs, you don't have enough experience, and it's just the moment's going to be too big. But you know that Randy has come up big in previously the Rays' biggest moments. What can you tell us about him?
Yeah, absolutely. We call him October. I think you said Randy, right? You're breaking up a little bit. October Randy is absolutely a thing, right? He performs better under the lights. That's just his MO. He might whip out the cowboy boots if the Mariners make the postseason. And let me tell you, the city is going to absolutely love him in the postseason. And I know, he has a career high in home runs this year. And he was named an All-Star for the second time in his career. So I think that he's on track if the Mariners are, making a splash in the postseason for Randy to become that October Randy that we have seen so many times in the past when he was with the Rays. And I think he really likes it here. I think he's gotten comfortable here. I think at first there was a question on whether or not he was comfortable here. But I do think that he has kind of come into his own with Seattle and embraced it. So you guys are in for a treat come October with Randy.
Yeah, I can't wait. They're making a push, tied with the Astros for first place right now. How confident are you that this team gets to the postseason? Because even with the position that they are in right now, you'd be amazed with the negative text that we get on our text line here, just because people are afraid to be vulnerable with this team because they've been hurt so many times.
Oh, 100%. And I understand that you're afraid because, when you get to the end and you get disappointed by this team so many times, you're going to be a little bit guarded, right? But I think if you start listening to the outside noise too much, it takes away from the reality of the situation. And the reality of the situation is that the Mariners now share a lead in the AL West with the Astros. And it's when you look at it, it's actually the latest point in the season that Seattle has been at the top of the division since 2001, right? So usually we see it slipping away at this point for them. But we're, 2 weeks left in the season, and here they are, back-to-back walk-off wins. And I think that, I understand the negativity, but I do think it's unfair for the teams to not look at every season as a completely different season, right? So you may have been hurt in the past, and I get that, but this team isn't the same exact team as last year. So I have faith that the Mariners will get there, and I would love to see this city come alive when they do, because this city deserves it. These sports fans are amazing, and I love that park, and I would love to see that park light up in October.
You mentioned those back-to-back walk-off wins. We've had very late nights here this week, watching 13 innings and 12 innings, and Cal obviously catching both of those. The Mariners have 10 walk-off wins this season, which is tied for most in baseball. Tricia, you guys as a broadcast crew, obviously covering so many different teams, there are probably certain stats that are similar and then certain ones that kind of stand out and help you tell the story of what a team is and who they are and kind of their DNA. Knowing that the Mariners' 10 walk-off wins are the most this season, what does it tell you about a team?
Yeah, it tells me that this team down the stretch has what it takes to get the job done when their backs are against the wall. And when you look at what the bullpen did covering 20 innings over the last 3 days, they're taxed going into tonight. But that's a really valuable thing to have going into October, a bullpen who's been there and done that in pressure-filled situations. And a lineup, when you look at this lineup, you know that they can get the job done in those tight games and those extra innings. And that's what you need for the postseason and in October. So I know you guys asked the question about the rotation. I know you guys asked the question about the offense and now the comebacks. When you look at all three of those qualities, those are the three qualities that you need for a team to be successful in October. So Mariners fans, if you're looking for a reason to believe in this team the last couple of weeks, I think those three reasons are valid.
All right, last one here, but because we will be watching the broadcast later and are fishing for compliments, where are the Mariners ranking right now, Tricia, and maybe like the most fun teams for you to cover?
Yeah, you know what? I get asked that a lot. The Mariners are pretty high up there. I love the Brewers. I enjoy covering the Brewers. I love covering the Padres, but the Mariners are definitely a top 5 team for me to cover this season. They're fun. They bring the energy. The PR staff is accommodating when we bug them for interviews. Cal's always been accommodating Julio is always accommodating, and you know that I love Randy Arozarena because I spent so much time with him with the Rays. So, and Luke Rylee too. I spent a lot of time with him with the Rays, and he's one of my favorite guys that I've ever covered. So, the Mariners are definitely a top 5 team. You guys suckered me into that, but it is true.
We trapped you. You're one of us now. We look forward to watching your interview with Cal later. Again, tonight's game on Apple TV. She is Tricia Whitaker. Thanks, Tricia.
Thanks, Tricia.
Thank you. Appreciate it, guys.
The Seahawks season is underway, and we want to send one of you and 3 friends to watch the game on September 21st against the Saints. All you need to do is open the Seattle Sports app and click the Win tab to find out how. If you don't already have the app, just text the word app, APP, to 866-979-3776, and we'll send you a link to download. Enter daily to increase your chances to win. This contest runs through Monday, September 15th. Let's get to headline rewrites.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
Headline rewrites.
We must make headlines.
The real story behind the headlines in today's news with Bump and Stacy.
Headline number 1, the Seahawks travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers this weekend. It's the home debuts of Aaron Rodgers, DK Metcalf, and Jalen Ramsey. What's the real headline?
Hopefully they won't be decaling us softly with this banged-up secondary.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. But, to start the season, we talked about the depth of that room. We didn't think we'd get this deep this quick, though.
Yeah.
Like, give us 3-4 weeks.
Then we'd be searching week 2.
We're calling guys up off a practice squad and maneuvering. Cody White,
I literally got a call the other day asking if I could play safety. Yeah.
You're more of a nickel.
Thank you.
You're more of a nickel.
That's a compliment.
Yeah.
But I think I'm a dime.
That too.
Got him.
Did you see Cody White, man, got put on practice squad?
Yeah. Make room for Shaquille.
1 week.
But
1 week.
You're still going to need Cody. It's
you need him,
this
but
week you need that corner depth.
I just don't like the emotional damage that teams have done to my guy Cody.
But he's a nice guy.
Yeah,
he's super nice.
It's not a necessity, though. You mentioned Shaq Griffin has been called up because you're just thin in that room. One guy doesn't make or break your team, but it does influence the way that maybe you call a defense. So, next guy up. This is the NFL. It's not a matter of if you get injured, it's when. Unfortunately, it's early for this squad.
What are the odds DK goes off in this one versus, let's say, Seahawks defense being able to contain a Steelers offense that won in week 1?
I mean,
You've been watching tape.
He went for 83, 84 last week. Look, if you cannot tackle, remember a time last year where we felt like this team was not a great tackling team. If they get back into that, it's going to be tough because the Kalen run after the catch is on point right now, especially early in the season when you're fresh, you ain't been banged up that much, and they're making an effort to get him the football underneath stuff. They're not asking Aaron to throw the ball down the field. It's a possibility. He can go off, you can still win this ball game.
Speaking of DK's run after the catch, the Steelers as an offense, Steelers pass catchers led the league in runs after catch, or rushing yards after catch, excuse me.
I think they're like second or third. I think they're second or third.
Second or third?
Yeah.
Oh, then I looked at the wrong stat.
Well, maybe the people who are recording the stats on our different sites.
Yeah, this is from ESPN.
Now, I got mine from Pro Football Reference.
Oh, the constant feud.
Yeah, right?
Stat wars.
You know what's crazy about the stat stuff? So I was doing prep for the USF game this weekend, and I'm looking at the call, the play-by-play sheet on ESPN, and I'm syncing it up with the film that I'm watching. And they got runs that are passes that are runs. So there's some stuff going on with these entities.
Headline rewrites.
Headline number 2, the Packers had an easy go of it last night on Thursday Night Football. They beat the Commanders 27-18. They're now 2-0. What's the real headline?
Hopefully Bump won't regret missing out on the extra point for the quiz. If you guys missed it, Bump had a chance to bet on his Packers to win. You were confident. And I said, okay, well, how about this?
My Packers.
If they win, you get to enter into the game show that we're going to have coming up in just over an hour with an extra point on Curtis. And you said, I don't have faith in Jordan Love.
I didn't say that.
Verbatim.
I don't have trust in human beings. All right? Humans make errors.
That's not what I heard.
Errors all the time. And no, I'm not willing to risk that. I'm the guy who goes to Vegas. I bet the minimum. I get my free drink. I get up and I leave.
Well, you could have been 1-0 with question 1.
Or 0-1.
Or 1-0 with a chance to get the first question right and then up 2-0 on Curtis.
And as we know, being down 0-2 in an NFL season, because that's the equivalent here.
Kickoff return touchdown.
No, Curtis is liable to go on an 8-week run. So
that's true.
I'm not, no, I didn't want to risk it.
You won week 1.
I did.
You could have been 1-0 in more ways than one entering that quiz.
You know what? What's that soundbite you used to have? I don't regret it.
I don't get
No,
anything.
I don't regret it.
No,
I don't regret it.
that's not me. That's not a soundbite.
That's not you?
It was okay. It was me when I made the headline rewrite about Urban Meyer, and then someone said like that's cold, and I said I don't regret it, and then
There you
Brady pretended to be me and said I don't regret it because whenever Brady and Curtis pretend to sound like me, Curtis say something.
Say something.
That's exactly what they do. It's so rude.
It's so rude.
Shut up. Stop. Next headline.
Headline rewrites.
Headline 3. Tonight's Mariners Angels game. It's on Apple TV Plus. What's the real headline?
Hope the Apple TV crew is ready to stay up late for this one. Not only a 7:10 start, a reminder for everyone, but yeah, I hope we're not looking at another one going into extras here. It's my bedtime.
Yeah, man, I prefer to be asleep around 9:30, 10 o'clock, you know, and in the bed at 9:30, closing my eyes
No,
around
old man
10.
Bob.
Yeah, so, and I'm on the road this weekend. Actually, my flight is at 3:55, so I'll be on the ground in time to watch this one.
Oh, nice. Do you think you're going to run into any airport issues?
Probably.
Or are you flying a different airliner this time?
Alaska gang, let's go.
Okay. Bing, bing, bing.
I am looking forward to, so I'm staying in this town. It's called Pleasanton.
Oh.
It is a pleasant town, too. I walk around and I'm like, this is pleasant. This is really pleasant.
Wonderful.
Right? And I found a place that serves pitchers of margaritas. It's going down. I'm going to have me a pitcher of margarita tonight and be in bed by 9:30, sleep by 10.
I love the idea of you just getting one pitcher, please,
And
and keep them coming.
The waitress,
and
I went there last week and I told her, Andrea, I will be back next week and have my pitcher of margarita ready.
margaritas.
I might not finish
Put
it,
the
but I'm going to
Mariners
get
on.
it.
Do they put the Mariners on for you?
Nah, heck no. It's
Well, what
the
if they
Bay
have it as the
Area.
Angels?
I'm going to be on my phone.
I'm trying some college football. Well, there is college football on. Arizona plays Kansas State. Bear down.
I was walking around Pleasanton. It's in the Bay with Seahawks stuff on, and the looks I was getting.
With your Seahawks stuff?
Yeah, because it's all Niners out there.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's just the sacrifice.
Keep your head on a swivel.
Yeah, that you had to make.
No, if I wasn't in a pleasant town such as Pleasanton, then it'd be different.
They wouldn't have named it that if it wasn't pleasant.
Yeah.
It's legit the most pleasant town I've ever been in my life.
Okay, well, Bump is going to be watching this game from Pleasanton.
Pleasanton. Get it right, don't disrespect.
We will be watching it here in Seattle. Will we see Cal hit 54?
Yes, I guarantee it.
Ian?
Yeah, I'm going to the game tonight. He's homered at the last 3 games I've been at. So.
Oh my God, that's actually I've been like really leaning in. Maybe it's the Etsy witch, but you just reminded me. My sister hasn't watched a game for 6 days. Coincidence?
Yeah, last game I went out was number.
She can't watch anymore.
I told her. I said you can't watch any games.
Yeah, a lot of people are like quitting the internet.
Yeah.
Quitting the internet.
There was a lady that was like, I'm not coming back to Twitter.
Quits the what? How do you even quit the internet?
She's been off Twitter for the last like week.
Okay.
It's got to be peaceful.
Okay, so Bump, yes. Ian, yes. Curtis?
Yeah, he's doing it.
Okay. And 55. No, just 50. I don't want to get greedy. Okay, we say going for this 54th tonight. It's a Football Friday, powered by the Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. We are getting back to football coming up at 12:45. Packers fans with a chant for someone you'd be a little surprised about. Again, taking a look around the NFL. Bob Condotta is going to join us at 1 p.m. We have a lot of questions, a lot of concerns about how this Seahawks injury report's looking with Devin Witherspoon missing 2 consecutive days. Julian Love didn't practice yesterday. Nicky Manwari obviously isn't going to play this weekend with that high ankle sprain, so we're wondering what this means for the defense against the Steelers in Pittsburgh. Bob joining us at 1 p.m. Coming up next, though, we're sticking with baseball, in particular talking about some of the young heroes this team has had. For the Farm Report, Rainiers broadcaster Rylee Pay joins us next.
Polanco tagging. Here comes the throw. Polanco steaming home. He slides.
Back in first place.
He's safe as the Mariners win. Sir Harry Ford.
This is what I've been expecting since the trade deadline.
It's 6 straight wins for the Mariners, who go for 7 in a row tonight.
It's there to be had. It's right there.
Mariners, Angels. First pitch at 7:10. Pregame at 6.
We believe in each other and we're ready to fight.
On the home of the Mariners, Seattle Sports on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-486-9600. That's 800-486-9600.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. Also that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Your new beginning starts now. D.R. Horton has new construction homes available throughout the greater Seattle area. With spacious floor plans, flexible living spaces, and home technology packages, you can enjoy more cozy moments and sweet memories in your beautiful new home. With new home communities opening throughout the Seattle area, D.R. Horton has the ideal home for you. Visit drhorton.com to learn more. D.R. Horton, America's builder. An equal housing opportunity builder.
Our bats are back, and the ballpark is rocking like 2001. I'm Dr. Ryan Stern with the Stern Sinus Center. For those of you sick of searching for another allergy medication, we offer a solution that will save you time, money, and frustration. Rynair is a simple, minimally invasive procedure that significantly reduces postnasal drip and stuffiness. We're taking new patients. Schedule your appointment in Auburn or Federal Way or go to sternsinus.com.
Imagine homes so well designed and so luxurious, they'll be setting the standard for decades. You're imagining a Mainview home. Now imagine a Mainview home on sale, saving $50,000 to $120,000.
Isn't that what Brett and Amy bought?
Yeah, it's a Mainview, and they saved a bundle.
What are you doing?
Looking at the Mainview website. It's now or never.
What's better than a Mainview home? A Mainview home on sale. Mainview communities across the Puget Sound.
Matt Coker here with West Coast Men's Health. In the past 5 years, we've seen thousands of men at our clinics. Most guys tell us the same story, that in their early 50s, it's not that they couldn't function, they just needed help. They started taking Viagra, and it worked great at first. But after a few years, it stopped working. The problem is that their arteries had become more restricted since they started taking it, because Viagra does not unclog arteries. Here at West Coast Men's Health, we use acoustic wave therapy to target the real problem. We break down plaque and clear up the arteries so blood can flow like it did in your 20s. This restores function. And guys, listen to this. You won't have to take a pill anymore. So if this sounds like you, give West Coast Men's Health a call today and see how we can help.
With clinics in Redmond and Tacoma, call 206-519-6541. That's 206-519-6541. 206-519-6541. Online at westcoastmenshealth.com.
The home of the Mariners, Seattle Sports.
Cal swinging a drive, deep to right field.
Every pitch of every Mariners game is on the Seattle Sports app.
When it comes to the security of your business, doubts can creep in about who you're trusting to protect it. Are they a reliable service? How will I know if something happens? Are they keeping everyone safe? At Bay Alarm, we got you. For nearly 80 years, we've been putting our customers' minds at ease with our advanced technology and personalized support. Feeling insecure about your current security service? Visit bayalarm.com today to talk to a local security expert.
Every jersey tells a story.
So many people dressed in Seahawks blue.
From unforgettable touchdowns.
Touchdown, Seahawks! Jackson Smith-Njigba, Johnny on the spot.
To game-changing hits.
He gets hitting it. Leonard Williams drags him down.
To memorable catches.
Jordan dropping back to pass in the end zone to Largent. Touchdown, Seahawks!
History lives in every thread. Shop official Seahawks jerseys in-store at Lumen Field, The Landing in Renton, or online at Seahawks.com/pro shop.
Did you know in Washington State, you can see a physical therapist without a referral from your doctor? That's right. Thanks to Direct Access, you can skip the wait and get the care you need right away. Shannon O'Kelly, how has Direct Access changed the game?
Direct Access for us, Brock, is a game changer. Why? Is because there is so much research and data out there that says if you get in early when you have a musculoskeletal problem or an injury, the earlier you get in and we can start care, the better outcomes and the decreased downstream cost, okay? So it's so important. Our providers are all doctors of physical therapy. They're all trained to identify situations and problems. They've got the skill, they've got the talent, they've got the knowledge. If you get in and start therapy early, we're going to get you back to activity, pain-free, and moving and having fun.
Fast, easy, effective. Direct Access is your path to better movement, starting with a single step. Visit irgpt.com to schedule your appointment today. irgpt.com.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio,
This is Bumpin' Stacy.
weekdays 10 to 2.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
Before we're joined by Rainiers broadcaster Rylee Pay, a quick note. The 253 says, need to change the focus from Cal hitting home runs. We were just trying to predict if he'd hit one tonight. From Cal hitting home runs to the Mariners winning games. First of all, closely correlated. Secondly, I don't want to get tired of talking about a historic season. Like, the Mariners' odds of making the playoffs are pretty high. None of us feel comfortable with those odds. They absolutely need to keep winning. Every single one of these games matters. There's a hugely important series against the Astros that starts a week from today.
Mm-hmm.
But don't get tired of talking about a Seattle Mariner doing something we've never seen before. Every home run he hits, not only will his next four either tie or set a new record, first for switch hitting, and secondly, a Mariners record. Every home run he hits, period, is something we haven't seen from a catcher. Don't get tired of that. This is one of the best things about baseball are stories. Why did we love Leo Rivas' walk-off the other day? Because he spent like 9 or 10 years in the minors.
Good story.
Yeah, we're going to talk to Rylee about him. Why do we like walk-offs at all, especially when it's like a guy you least expect, or young Harry Ford coming up to hit a sac fly? Because we love stories.
Mm-hmm.
So don't get tired of it.
Nah, it's part of the journey.
Yeah. I don't think that Cal's home run chase is in any way taking either the team's, or fans' attention away from this team's need to make the playoffs.
And if they weren't in the playoff race at all, this would be the only thing we're talking about, is how many home runs he's hitting. Like, if we were just kind of out of it, then that would be the main headline every single night. Now that they've got to win, they need him to hit those home runs to win. Mm-hmm. So, like you said, they go hand in hand. There's no reason to be complaining about him hunting homers.
He's not. Two birds, one stone. And I kind of see that sentiment, too, of, like, Cal going for the home run alone. It's like your swing's your swing. That's just, I know that we talk about, like, a two-strike approach, but for most guys, your swing's your swing. That's just what you do. He puts the ball in the air.
Swing your swing. Some of the best advice I ever got on the golf course. Swing your swing.
Swing your swing?
Yeah. Don't try to be like anybody else. Swing your swing.
Swing your swing.
Yeah.
Just so whatever you need to do.
Just do you.
But no, I just think that, like, it's okay to let yourself focus on winning, but, you know, you're watching history in another way, too. For that matter, this lineup is just putting up some crazy stats. The number of guys that are going to be over 30 home runs, the number of guys that are going to have 25 seasons. Then, you know what I mean? Like, it's okay to have fun watching your team, knowing that nothing's locked down and you're still a little nervous. Trust me, this team wants to win. Cal would give up many of those home runs if it was guaranteed a trip to the playoffs. I'm guessing all of them. So, but yeah, I'm still betting on 54 tonight. I'm with
54.
You on this
I'm
one.
with you. 54.
Yeah, I'm feeling that
Bobby
one.
Wagner, go get it.
Rainiers broadcaster Rylee Pay joining us right now on the Emerald Queen Casino Sportsbook Hotline. Hey, Rylee, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you guys? Thanks for having me.
Of course, we're happy to have you. We were actually just talking about, like, loving stories as part of the baseball season. Obviously, the overall thing is, will your team make the playoffs? And then you're kind of enjoying the stories. And while we were talking about Cal, we also mentioned the walk-offs. Those walk-offs, courtesy Leo Rivas and Harry Ford, who got to play the role of hero this week. What can you tell me about those two guys who've obviously spent time with Tacoma?
Yeah, we were actually just talking about this last night, just how excited we are to get to see them execute at the big league level. It's always cool when you're in AAA and you're getting to see what they accomplish every single day and just how talented they are, and then knowing just how hard they've worked to have that moment and then not letting that moment get too big. You know, when you're in those scenarios and just executing like they have been at AAA and getting to experience and just have that moment of all the excitement that they've worked so hard for. So for us, it's really exciting to get to watch them from afar. We've been watching here. We're in Salt Lake for the week and have gotten to keep those games on and have been locked in till the end of it, getting to see them accomplish that. So it's been really fun. I know all the guys are pumped for them, and they're just equally excited to get to see them have those opportunities. But it is extra special when you get to look at these games and the box score and see that it's guys that were with you just a couple weeks ago that are out there and helping Seattle get to where they're at right now in first place.
How's my nephew Ben Williamson been doing?
Oh, he's been great. I know the power has been huge for him as of late. That's it kind of reshaped what he's been doing with us in Tacoma. He's been hitting cleanup for now the last couple weeks since he's been with us for the first time in his career, and he's become that everyday guy where he's hitting cleanup everyday third baseman. He had a home run last night, an opposite field shot, his fifth with us. And all 5 of those home runs have come since he's been optioned to Tacoma in the last couple weeks. So he's been a mainstay in that cleanup spot. He's been producing a ton for us in the lineup, and defense goes without saying. He's always excellent on that front, so it's been really entertaining to watch.
I always wonder, if a guy, let's say like Ben Williamson, is here and he's playing great defense, but look, you get Gino Suarez here and you're kind of looking at going back to Tacoma. I always wonder in that moment, like, man, I really hope they don't feel like this can't be really beneficial to like go get work there. Are you ever blown away by like positive attitudes from guys where you're like, man, he's just embracing opportunities to learn and continue to play baseball?
100%. And that was something that I talked to our manager, John Russell, about that week that he got sent to us when we were in Sugar Land and he joined the team, just like how he envisions him really working on things here and what the focus is. And that was something that he even mentioned right out the gate. He said he was one of those guys that he knew he was going to be on the flight down to Sugar Land as soon as he could to join us and to just get going. And for him, he said that he's excited to keep playing, to get those at-bats every single day and to fine-tune those things. And so I think that the increase in the surge in his power is a testament to his work ethic and what he's kind of taken this opportunity to be. He's been working a ton with Sean O'Malley, our hitting coach, here, making those adjustments to his stance, and you've seen him reap the benefits of the hard work that he's been putting in. So I think their mindset always impresses me, but I think for him especially, that's been something that stood out, is just seeing him come back and hit the ground running and working on those things that he knows that he can improve on, and then seeing those results really quickly has been really impressive.
Do you ever get just the feeling like, all right, I'm watching the Mariners and seeing what they're doing and where they're going through, and then obviously you're broadcasting for the Rainiers. Do you ever feel like, all right, this guy is close? And if you do, who's the last guy that you've had that feeling with?
I think for us, that was kind of the storyline going into this season, was just all the talent that we were going to get with Cole Young and Harry Ford and Logan Evans and Ben Williamson and Locklear and all those guys that just had so much excitement going into this season. So I think just reflecting the last couple of days, that's been something that we were thinking about, is how many of those guys are now with the big league team. And I think Harry most recently is definitely the example of that, where just the early start to the season where he made those adjustments at the AAA level, and then once he did make those adjustments, then it was just full steam ahead for him, where he just had an exceptional May and continued that throughout the good bulk of this season. And so getting to see him have that opportunity the last couple weeks since he's been with them, I think was one that we were all excited for collectively, just seeing what he was doing at AAA. But I think you can look at the roster as a whole. It's such a deep lineup for us every single day, where there really isn't a weak spot. We have Leody Taveras. We have Cade Marlowe, who's made his return from the 60-day IL. He's been excellent. Miles Mastroboni. Like, these are all guys who have been contributors to the big league club this season and continue to just be really consistent for us. So it's hard to pick just one, because you you look at this roster as a whole, and it's just so talented. And I think for us, the record obviously speaks for itself when you get to see that talent every day. But it's been really cool, especially in the last couple weeks, to see Harry and those guys go up there and execute. Leo especially was another one where he was just on an absolute tear in Tacoma, just silently putting together such an impressive season, a new career high in home runs for him. And so he was another one where we were all excited that he got that chance to be back up there.
The Rainiers regular season ends on Sunday, September 21st. I know it's not officially done yet, but you're about to wrap up your first season as Rainiers broadcaster. Just one of the coolest jobs. I know that you join us to talk about so many of these players, but in terms of kind of reflecting about your own year, are there any lasting feelings or just kind of memories from the season?
It's exciting to be where we're at right now, especially from a playoff push standpoint, where we're very much kind of in control of our own destiny when it comes to getting that second playoff spot. So right now, I'm just super excited on that front, where you know that it's not over yet, and that hopefully we'll be going to the postseason in the next couple weeks. So to get to watch that kind of team every single day and the caliber of talent that they have is always just the extra cherry on top as a broadcaster, where you get to call winning baseball every day and get to see so many of those guys go up and just make an impact in the big league team is really special. But it's just been a blast. I'm really thoroughly enjoyed my first season in this system. Working with all the Mariners personnel and their staff up there has been so friendly and just easy. And all of the guys that have come through Tacoma and our coaching staff is just fantastic and completely unbiased. They are truly some of the best quality people. So it's been a really fun season. I'm excited that it's hopefully not done yet.
Yes, absolutely. And we also are really grateful for your time joining us and helping us learn a bit more about so many of these guys. They've been so important to obviously both clubs here, and it's been awesome. She's Rainiers broadcaster Rylee Pay. Thanks, Rylee.
Thanks, Rylee.
Thanks so much for having me. Great to talk to you guys.
See ya. How much should the Lions worry if they start the season 0-2? Taking a look around the NFL next.
Looking for even more Seahawks content? Then you gotta check out The Reset. Hey, it's G. Scott, and every week, me and my co-host and Seahawks great Brandon Mebane talk Seahawks. We break down the matchups, and we're joined by former Seahawks players.
From Lakewood to Lombardi, Seahawks champion, my main man, Jermaine Kearse.
What up, G? Watch The Reset live on YouTube or subscribe on the Seattle Sports app.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first, on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home for you so you attract the right buyers. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with AutoPay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Seattle Sports has your chance to win 4 tickets to the Seahawks game Sunday, September 21st. Head to the Seattle Sports app, click the Win tab in the bottom right corner, and enter to win. You can enter once per day, so the more times you enter through the Seattle Sports app, the better your odds. Do it every day, September 9th through September 15th. Details and rules at seattlesports.com/win. From the home of the Seahawks, Seattle Sports.
Get rid of stubborn fat and address areas of loose skin with ProSculpt, the simple one-day permanent fat reduction and skin tightening treatment. Book your free consultation at prosculpt.com.
Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. Whether it's a long day on your feet, a demanding workout, or everyday aches and pains, you need relief that can keep up when pain persists. Aleve is here for you with longer-lasting body pain relief compared to leading OTC branded pain relievers. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
Hi, I'm Michael from the Warren Treaty. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5 milligram, 1 milligram, and 2 milligrams.
From the roof to the deck, the siding to the gutters, and energy-efficient windows, State Roofing and Exteriors is your one-stop shop for home protection. With over 55 years serving Western Washington, we don't just work here, we live here. We know what your home is up against when the cold sets in and the rain starts falling. Right now, we're making it easier than ever to get started with 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 24 months. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF or visit stateroofing.com to schedule your free, no-pressure estimate.
State Roofing, the best roof you'll ever need.
Since our start in 1976, the 12s have grown louder. And our dreams have soared higher.
Your Seahawks, Super Bowl 48 champion.
But we're not done. We're ready to stack more wins.
Touchdown, Seahawks!
To show the impact of 12 as one.
Nobody has left this place. It is pandemonium in the stand.
And create moments no one will ever forget. The 50th season starts now. Get your tickets at Seahawks.com.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
This is Bumpin' Stacy.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
Taking a look around the NFL, let's start with last night's game. Packers fans were chanting, "Thank you, Jerry," on Thursday Night Football. So did Jerry Jones hear those chants? Yes. And he's not surprised Packers fans and Cowboys fans have reacted the way they have.
Did you hear the Green Bay fans last night chanting "Thank you, Jerry" after the Thursday Night Football game?
Well, I'll tell you, the way they're playing, the way Green Bay is playing, then I'm all for them enjoying and chanting anything that they really want to play. If you make a move on a top player, this shouldn't surprise anybody that we would have that kind of reaction from their fan base, the other team's fan base, or for that matter, our fan base in general. And I knew this was coming almost the day I walked into training camp. I knew that if I got to make this trade, that this would be there and coming.
I knew the day I walked into training camp with Micah Parsons on the roster that Packers fans would be chanting, "Thank you, Jerry." Well, Micah, played for them.
I need to stop.
Why?
Because I'm mean to Jerry.
Just do it.
Because
he can't hear you.
You know, I do something to my kids. My sons, not my daughter. My baby girl would never do this to her.
Sure.
But my sons, when they're telling me a story and it's taking too long, spit it out, Junior. Spit it out. It's taking way too long. That's how I felt with Jerry. Like, Jerry, you're about 30 words too deep. This could have been said a lot quicker but he's old.
I know.
So I'm like, I need to stop because I'm being mean to him and I should not be mean to him. My 13 and 15-year-old sons, I can be mean to them because they're younger and should be sharper.
I'm just saying, the first couple seconds.
Did you hear the Green Bay fans last night chanting "Thank you, Jerry" after the Thursday night football game?
Well, I'll tell you,
That's what I mean. If my sons start a story like that, I'm done. Like, Michael, Kobe, spit it out. Let's go. Come on, we got things to do today.
How much should the Lions worry if they start the season 0-2? Dan Orlovsky says he'd start to panic.
Detroit was 15 wins last year. Detroit has been the belle of the ball. It's been the unbelievable storyline in the NFL for the last 2 or 3 years. You start 0-2, and you start 0-2 in your division, especially if it looks the same way offensively as it did last week, you'll start to get internal panic, rightfully so. That offense looked like a shell of itself.
By especially if it looks the same way as it did last week, he means one of the worst offensive days for a Dan Campbell Lions team.
Yeah, for sure. And if you start 0-2, that means you lost to the Bears, too.
Yeah.
And the Vikings just beat the Bears with a rookie quarterback. Not a rookie quarterback, but his first game in the NFL.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't panic too much, though. Actually, I would panic because you got the Ravens after that. You start 0-2, you're probably start 0-3.
Now you're laughing. I really wouldn't worry. I mean, wait a minute. Sorry, you did what? Oh,
yeah.
Oh no. Now this is gonna go down.
No, this changes everything. Just look at the schedule. You got the Ravens after that. No, it's tough. And, we talked about the Seahawks. And if they start 0-3, there's a chance if you making the playoffs is go down dramatically. Then you got the Browns after that. Then you go Bengals, Chiefs, Bucks, Vikings. That is a tough 4-game stretch you have if you were to drop to the Ravens. So, you got to pick it up, man.
The Dolphins have set some kind of record after calling a players-only meeting after week 1. ESPN's Ryan Clark shares why that's a very bad sign for them.
I've never had a players-only meeting where we talked about X's and O's. I never had a players-only meeting where we talked about weekly structure of how we went about our business. We had players-only meeting because this guy had a problem with that guy. We had a players-only meeting because this dude didn't feel like that dude was doing what he needed to do to carry the team. And if you look at the off seasons of the Miami Dolphins, it seems like they've been having these players-only meetings publicly through the media. And so now, finally, they figured out the fact that now that we ain't getting along, now that we not vibing, now that we not working together, it also shows up on the scoreboard when we get our doors blown off in week 1 by Daniel Jones and the Indianapolis Colts. You have a players-only meeting because the sky is falling, not because the sun is shining.
Lost 33-8 to Indy, like you said, in week 1. Is a players-only meeting after that loss a sign of a team that says losing is unacceptable and that performance is unacceptable, or is it actually something pretty bad?
It could be that. I think that is part of it, too. You don't have players-only meetings after wins if you're 1-0, and you cannot like each other and still perform on the football field. Now, when you're not performing on the football field, you don't like each other, and guys aren't doing what they're supposed to do. That's when you have these players-only meetings. It's just it's alarming that you're having it after 1 week. 1 week, because it's almost like they saw this coming. And then it finally happened. You're having these side conversations as leaders throughout the locker room. You're saying, man, if we don't get our stuff together, but this could be bad. And then you see it and you lose to Danny Dimes and the Colts. Not just lose to them, you got mopped.
Yeah.
So it's not looking good in Miami.
I think what it is a ratcheting up of things, right? Some roster moves that people didn't love. Tyreek Hill, obviously having the whole fiasco with requesting a trade, then being okay, then saying he's gonna attend meetings and take notes for the first time in those meetings, and then Tua calling him out, and just kind of questions about Mike McDaniel and whether this thing is gonna go off the rails, and then you lose, and then you have the players only meeting. I think with the context that predated week 1, people are like, is this team going to go downhill fast?
Yeah, looks like it could. Week 1, though. Don't overreact. Week 1.
Yeah. Brock Purdy's been ruled out for Sunday, so Mac Jones will get the start for San Francisco against the Saints. 49ers GM John Lynch is feeling confident in his backup quarterback.
We're really pleased to have Mac here. Mac was a guy back in the draft process. We studied a lot, really liked, has had his ups and downs in his NFL career, but since he's been a part of us, really has taken to our offense, really fits our culture. He can run our offense and run it well, and we don't have to change a whole lot when he's out there. So I'm excited to see him get an opportunity to go show what he can do, and we gotta go put together another solid effort on the road in another tough place to play.
Do you have faith in Mac Jones week 2 for the 49ers against the Saints?
Yeah, they're playing the Saints, and Mac Jones has shown that he can win some ball games. He was a Pro Bowler with the New England Patriots. I know we kind of poop on the Pro Bowl selection, all that stuff, and I forgot how he got in. I think it was like because somebody was injured or whatnot. But he did have some good moments with the Patriots. They're not asking him to be the franchise quarterback. They're asking him to win a couple of games or keep this team competitive, and hopefully your system will take care of the rest. That's the thing about the 49ers, is that the system is almost foolproof. If you can just hit the open guy, Shanahan's going to draw up some plays to where guys are going to be butt naked on a Sunday. Just throw the ball and hit Pearsall.
Is Devin Witherspoon going to play on Sunday? How worried should fans be about this injury report? Seattle Times' Bob Condotta joins us next.
Polanco tagging. Here comes the throw. Polanco steaming home. He slides.
Back in first place.
He's safe as the Mariners win. Sir Harry Ford.
This is what I've been expecting since the trade deadline.
It's 6 straight wins for the Mariners, who go for 7 in a row tonight.
It's there to be had. It's right there.
Mariners, Angels. First pitch at 7:10. Pregame at 6.
We believe in each other and we're ready to fight.
On the home of the Mariners, Seattle Sports on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
Let's go.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
It's G. Scott. School's back and it's rally time. Time to rally around the campaign to keep kids healthy. Kids need fruits and veggies to grow strong and stay focused, but for families on tight budgets, that's not easy. Safeway and the Washington State Department of Health have teamed up and need your help. Every dollar you donate at Safeway checkout helps families in need. And with SNAP Produce Match, they get twice as much for the dollar. Next time you're at Safeway, please donate to keep kids healthy.
History, it had the gold rush. Then came the oil boom, the tech boom, but right now it's the Wi-Fi boom, and Xfinity Wi-Fi is booming. Xfinity has everything you need to tap into the Wi-Fi boom with seriously powerful and seriously reliable connection. It's got 99.99% network reliability and incredibly low lag, so your streams are smoother than making a decision on what to stream. And did I mention that you can even connect to hundreds of devices so you, your kids, your parents, your poker group, and whoever else is at home can all experience the Wi-Fi boom with Xfinity. And the Wi-Fi isn't the only thing that's booming. Get the most reliable Wi-Fi and our best in-class equipment for one consistent price for 5 years guaranteed, all in. Plus, get unlimited data included and no annual contract, all with the 5-year price guarantee from Xfinity. Visit Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply, not available in all areas. New residential customers only. Select plans only. Xfinity Gateway with X5 Complete required for unlimited data, except in certain areas. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards, USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024. Actual speeds vary.
Hey man, gaining weight, dragging throughout the day, losing your drive? It could be your testosterone.
The team at Revive Men's Health Washington gets men back on track with the energy and drive they've been missing. Meet Tyler, Revive Men's Health Director of Operations and witness to hundreds of success stories.
I've seen guys come in worn out, discouraged, and just not themselves. A few months into treatment, they're standing taller, speaking with more confidence. It's like watching someone come back to life, like a light switch gets turned back on. When a spouse says, "Thank you, I really have my partner back, better than before," that's the moment it all clicks for me, and that's why I do what I do.
Since 2011, Revive Men's Health has helped more than 120,000 men regain their energy and drive. Start your story today with an in-clinic visit or a secure video appointment. Call 206-529-1111 now to book your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation. That's 206-529-1111 or schedule anytime at revivemenshealth.com.
Mr. K's Construction reminds parents 460,000 children are reported missing in our country every year. Please plan with your kids a safe, visible route to and from activities with at least one friend. Coach your kids to stay alert and be aware of their surroundings, and caution your children to never accept gifts or rides from strangers. Best wishes to all our kids from the entire team at Mr. K's Construction, committed to making your home and our community beautiful since 1977.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's almost over, but the heat is pressing on. If you've got battery trouble, stop by AutoZone for free battery testing. It may just need a charge, and we'll do that for free too. If you do need a battery, we've got options starting at just $89.99, and we'll recycle your old battery for free. Now that's a strong start. Don't miss the end of summer sale, now at AutoZone until September 22nd.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app.
KIRO AM Seattle. KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma. Home of the Seahawks, Mariners, and everything Seattle sports.
This hour is brought to you by Mazda of Everett.
Seattle Sports Snapshot.
The Mariners walked it off again last night, this time against the Angels, and this time thanks to Harry Ford. The win, combined with the Astros' loss yesterday to the Blue Jays, means Seattle is tied for first place in the AL West. 3 more to go against the Halos. Luis Castillo on the mound tonight. A later start for this one at 7:10 p.m. with a 6 p.m. pregame show on Seattle Sports, plus this one on Apple TV.
Snapshot, brought to you by Miller Lite. When it's game time, it's Miller time. From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
This is Bump and Stacy
on Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app and at seattlesports.com.
Now, here are your hosts, Michael Bumpus and Stacy Ross.
Here we go now. Seattle Times Seahawks reporter Bob Condotta joining us now on the Emerald Queen Casino Sportsbook Hotline. Bob, I do want to get to some injury questions and a more thorough preview of what the Seahawks could do against the Steelers, but I'm going to start with a question about Sam Darnold. I found that in the days following this game, we didn't really talk a ton about him. We talked about Reek Woolen, we talked about JSN, and maybe not seeing enough from the offense, but it was the first time we saw Sam Darnold in a regular season game, and I was like, wait a minute, I don't have a big takeaway. What was yours?
Well, it was better after watching it. Watching completely rewatching the TV copy from the first play to the last. I thought he played a little bit better than I think we did walking out of there, because the reaction walking out of there was the last play, right? And so you're kind of like, what happened? And is there a way he could have helped prevent that? And obviously there's a way he could have, but I think it's unfair to blame him solely, obviously, for that play. I thought otherwise he played pretty well. The things he could control, he can't necessarily do a whole lot about the running game not working. And there's definitely some criticism of the game plan overall, that they didn't call enough play action, they didn't do enough motioning, some things like that I think people felt like made it a little bit too easy for the 49ers to know what they were doing. And those kind of things are typically, are probably not really in his control either. So, of what he really could do of trying to get the ball to the receiver who it makes the most sense to get the ball to, and then getting it to that guy. I think he played pretty well. He didn't until the end. There wasn't there weren't any turnovers. He didn't throw the ball. Interceptions. There weren't any interceptions. Didn't really just throw the ball up for grabs at all, the way Brock Purdy did 2 or 3 times. I think from that standpoint, I think he played okay. I think he played well enough to win. There just weren't enough good things around him to win the game.
What did you think of the running back competition? I'm so intrigued by this, man, because I feel like Charbonnet should probably continue to get the bulk of the carries, but I can't ignore Ken Walker and his capabilities. But like you said, some of the game plan was predictable, so I think that kind of hindered their ability to kind of get loose. Just your thoughts on the run game and the 2 running backs.
Yeah, I mean, if you look and the analytics stats kind of bore it out, Walker had far less room to run than Charbonnet did. I think Charbonnet had essentially 2 more yards before contact than Walker did on average in that game there. So I think the numbers were, maybe look a little bit skewed that way. In general, it looked like they were kind of just trading those guys off. There was, especially early on, they were kind of just going one series and then one guy getting the next series and that sort of thing. Charbonnet has always played, his role the last couple of years has been to be the 2-minute third down back, and they obviously had a situation like that at the end of the first half. So he was kind of the guy out there for that series. And I think that's where his snap count, the reason why he played more snaps than Walker did. I think in general they just view it as a pretty even thing. Two guys that they want to get the ball to, and then depending on how things go, you get it more to the guy with the hot hand. Nobody really had a hot hand, I guess, on Sunday to really decide that's the guy, because the running game never really got into any real series to series consistency at all. Walker was the guy who was out there a lot in those last couple of series. So he was out there on the last play, obviously. So I don't know that there was any real changing of the guard or anything like that. I think in general it just kind of is as advertised, that they kind of have 2 running backs. They have slightly different skill sets, so they're going to try to make those work when those guys are in there, and again, just kind of try to get it to who has the hot hand. But I think after Sunday, I think they're far less concerned than who it is who has the hot hand, but just trying to get it at least for one of them, because they can't, they're not going to be able to survive long with a running game like that.
I would imagine that the Steelers defense is going to keep a very close eye on Jackson Smith and Jigba. Is there another pass catcher you think could be poised to be far more involved in week 2?
Yeah, well, and that is the thing, right? I mean, teams are gonna really try to, probably just double team Jackson and try to take away the run, and then make Sam Darnold and everybody else try to beat them. Cooper Kupp is who has got to statistically contribute more than he did. I mean, they're paying him. They obviously paid him a decent amount of money and made that their big go-to guy after they traded DK and let Tyler Lockett go to be the complimentary receiver to Jackson. So, I mean, that's the obvious guy. He's got to do more than 2 catches for 15 yards. And not that it's maybe all his fault. I mean, they got to figure out different ways to get him open in this offense and things like that. But he's the obvious guy there. I think it's probably a little bit too early to count on Torrey Horton to really do a lot. Obviously, they want him to do more than he did the other day, and get some targets and try to get him involved too. But the obvious guy who can suddenly produce a heck of a lot more is Cooper Kupp, and maybe that'll start to happen as teams really start to hone in on taking JSN away.
Do you think the offense is going to have to lead the charge this game? The Steelers gave up $182 on the ground against the Jets, and then there's some injuries on the defensive side of the ball. Do you feel like this is the week the offense kind of takes a step forward?
Well, it has to. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready yet to predict that it will, but it's certainly they need it to, right? They can't just be on the field for 22 minutes and 4 seconds or whatever it was the other day, and let Aaron Rodgers be out there all the time with. They got DK. They got a couple of good tight ends and some other, a few other guys that to get the ball to as well. And Aaron Rodgers kind of looked like vintage Aaron Rodgers there on Sunday. And Pittsburgh's always a tough place to play. I know everybody's looking optimistically at the struggles the Steelers defense had, a little bit out of the blue the other day. But, being at home and your home opener and things like that, I would imagine that the Pittsburgh defense, that they're certainly going to try to play a lot better than they did last week. But for sure, that's, this offense was going to be built around a strong running game, opening things up for everybody else. And they didn't get that on Sunday, and that's what they're going to have to get moving forward. So, I think not that they didn't force the issue running, because they definitely did. They came out trying to run the ball on Sunday. So it wasn't a lack of commitment necessarily to running it, but they need to, keep that commitment and really try to make that work again on this Sunday.
Hey, Bob, it sure looks like a concerning injury report when it comes to the secondary. Tell us what we need to know.
Yeah, as we speak right now, Devin Witherspoon didn't practice on Wednesday and Thursday with a knee injury. The assumption is it's the injury suffered with about 7 minutes to go on the Josh Jobe interception there. He did come back to play the rest of the snaps, but a lot of times those things can kind of get worse afterward when the adrenaline wears off and all that kind of stuff. But not practicing both days is definitely makes it look like that's at least something they're going to have to contend with there. And then Julian Love suddenly crept up on the injury report the last couple of days, and I didn't remember if him really suffered anything in the game. So I don't know if that means it's something that happened in practice. That sometimes does when you're listed as limited one day and then out the next. That sometimes means that injury happened in practice. So that's a definite concern too. Nick Gaiman worry. I think the expectation all along has been he's not going to be available this week. They're leaving him on there on the 53-man roster, hoping maybe he shows enough that they don't think he'd need to be out for the 4 games that he'd have to be if he went on IR. But he's listed as out as well, and they are going to have to work around that. So yeah, if that could be 3 of what they went into Sunday's game as their top 5 defensive backs, essentially, or top 6, I guess, defensive backs going into that game who have some varying degree of availability heading into this one. So that's obviously a concern.
What's the word on Uchenna Nwosu?
Looks like he should be back. That's the good news. He's been practicing this week, and I think he was sort of close to getting back last week. I think they just wanted to, you really want to make sure before you put him out there. So I would expect he'll be able to play this week. And, I don't know that means he's going to play 45 snaps or something right out of the gate. That is a position where you can kind of sprinkle a guy in for some snaps here and there and then kind of take it from there once you see how he does and how he responds and things like that, because he, didn't really do anything in the preseason. So, he just simply getting out there and getting a lot of contact will be something new for him. But there's something new since last January, I guess. So, but that is good news that he's getting back, and I think the pass rush was okay the other day. Again, that's one of those things, a little bit of an eye of the beholder thing, I guess, on which stats you want to look at. But I felt like there were some key times when they needed to get a little bit more on Brock Purdy than they did. And throwing Nwosu back in there and just having one more guy to be able to do that, I think will help a lot.
The answer here may be the pass rush, but by now, and certainly later this afternoon after that final injury update from Macdonald, Bob, you will have listened to a lot of quotes from Mike Macdonald this week. What stands out as something he'd like to see more of from his team in week 2?
I think the biggest thing is making kind of the big play at the key time. I think that was something they really felt just didn't happen the other day. I think they felt like there were 4 or 5 plays that really turned that game around. There was Jackson, there was Smith. It's unfair to pin stuff on Smith-Njigba since he was so much of the offense the other day, but he did have the fumble right at the beginning of the fourth quarter. That pass that he couldn't, the 2nd and 18 pass that he was unable to corral. Then obviously the couple of, obviously the big play Woolen couldn't make on the Pearsall pass and then the touchdown. Just a couple other times, some third downs. Cooper Kupp had a drop on a 3rd and 3. If he gets that, maybe that drive gets going. I think it's just that. I think they feel like, most NFL games, as we saw the other day, often come down to just 3 or 4 plays, and who is it that makes more of those 3 or 4 plays at the really key times? And I think they feel like that's really what this team has to do, and especially when you're going on the road in a hostile environment, a lot of times that theoretically favors the home team because you're kind of in your more comfortable surroundings, and so I think playing through that and being able to do those things Sunday is something they're really harping on. The good news there is they played so well on the road. They were 7-1 on the road last year, and and doing really well in 10 a.m. games. So those kind of things they've shown an ability to play well in that kind of circumstance. So, but I think it's just really that. I think it's just you got to come out and let it rip and make the plays when they're there.
What do you think about this the Steelers defense giving up 30+ points to the Jets? It keeps us, I guess, optimistic. That's not common from a Tomlin team. How do you feel about this matchup when it comes to the Pittsburgh defense?
Yeah, I know that there's been a lot of consternation this week about that back in Pittsburgh, especially the running yards. That was a little bit of a different offense that the Jets threw at them than the Seahawks will be able to do because they had Justin Fields, who can really run the ball out. I think he had 12 carries, and I think that threat, as we always saw for years with Russell Wilson, that can help the entire running game when the defense knows they really have to account for the quarterback all the time, and the quarterback is, especially in short yardage situations and things like that, could be a real weapon. So I think from that standpoint, I think there's some differences here in what they're going to be able to do. But yeah, I think the Steelers defense, I think that was a surprise to people back there that they needed, they needed some break. Basically that fumbled kickoff that the Jets had really kind of turned that game around, and the Steelers scored 2 touchdowns in the span of about a minute or whatever. They sort of needed that to be able to pull that game out. And then obviously a 60-yard field goal as well to be able to pull that game out. So they did they kind of caught some breaks at the end there. So that does give the Seahawks some hope for sure. And I'm sure they really studied the tape this week of what the Jets did, maybe aside from the Justin Fields aspect of that as well, that they were able to get some running game going, and they're going to hope to duplicate that.
I was listening to a Pro Football Focus pod this morning that expected a low-scoring game favoring the Seahawks. Daniel Jeremiah, who's a regular guest on our station, was expecting a higher-scoring game, also favoring the Seahawks, but in both cases pretty close. What kind of game are you expecting? Is this one also, Bob, that could potentially benefit Seattle?
Yeah, it was interesting that I saw stats somewhere that I think in terms of the betting line over-under, I think 12 of the games went under last week, which was the most in like 15 years or something like that at any weekend. So there was kind of a lot of low scores around the rest of the league. So I don't know if that speaks to offenses not, nobody's playing in the preseason. So a lot of things maybe just aren't as well oiled week one as maybe they used to be or something. But I would anticipate this being low scoring as well, unless there suddenly happens to be a bunch of turnovers or something. That's always a thing that can really kind of sway that. But I would expect it maybe to be a total in the 30s as well, maybe a 21-17 type of game or something like that. I think the way both these teams want to play, especially the Seahawks, ideally they do want to play a game where they're running the ball. They are running time off the clock. There's maybe not necessarily a ton of possessions for either team, and they're playing more of that kind of style. I think that is what they want to do. So I think if it does go the Seahawks' way, I think it is going to be a little bit of a lower scoring game.
Make sure you're following Bob's work at SeattleTimes.com. Thanks so much, Bob.
Thanks, Bob.
Okay, thanks a lot, you guys. Yep. Bye.
See ya. Let's get to 4-down territory.
This is 4-down territory, going inside the game. What former Seahawks and Coug wide receiver Michael Bumpus.
First down, how the heck can the Seahawks get other pass catchers involved?
How the heck?
How the heck?
That sounds like something I would write.
What the helly? No, I wrote.
H-E double hockey sticks.
I edited this one.
How the heck? This is how they do it. Run the dang ball. Simple.
The heckin' ball.
Doesn't make sense, right? But Bob, how will other pass catchers get involved if you run the ball?
That was my follow-up.
Right? Because when you run the ball, the play action is open. And when you run play action more than twice, that's going to get other guys open because there's layers to a play action. There's the right now, there's the intermediate, there's the deep, and then there's the backside. So when you run play action, you get the defense to flow. You flow with the play action. So you're flowing this way.
And then if you guys are watching the video.
Right? Watch me. If you're on the
a lot of body language.
Flow. The flow gets guys to open up passing lanes. Therefore, other guys are going to be open instead of just running straight up concepts to where you lock in. JSN was locked in a couple of times because the route concept worked with that coverage, meaning like on the 40-yard pass, it was a man coverage. Sam Darnold's going to say, look, I'm going to my best receiver right now. Let's get it. I'm not saying you don't go to JSN early and often, but I'm saying that the run will open up the pass, open up the play action, open up the layers. Other guys get the ball. Kubiak, hire me. I got you.
Second down. Hire me. Why do you feel the Seahawks will miss Nick Emanwari even more this week?
It was hard to tell how they missed him last week because he only played in 5 games. But we know what they want him to be. They want him to be that big nickel, the guy who can cover the tight end, who can play in the box. And this week, you're going to see a lot of 11 personnel. That's 1 running back, 1 tight end. 12 personnel. That's 1 running back, 2 tight ends. They're going to pack this game in a little bit. They will spread it out too, but Arthur Smith wants to pack it in, run the football, and play action off of it. Imawari is the type of safety who can be in the box and do what Jamal Adams used to do. Not get after the quarterback like that, but just be a tackler inside the box and cover the tight end. That's what Jamal Adams was not great at, coverage. But, yeah, this is the type of game that you draft a Nick Imawari for, a game that's packed in, that's going to be physical. You want a guy who can tackle and cover. Imawari, get healthy. You will be missed.
As an update on Nick Imawari, I'm sure that Mike Macdonald will be asked about him. He has a press conference coming up a bit later today. On Monday, he said over the next 24 to 48 hours, we're going to decide whether or not to put him on IR. And then on Wednesday, corrected that with, hey, we're kind of going to take this all the way to the end of the week. 3rd down. What will be the deciding factor against the Steelers?
The deciding factor will be the offense. The offense will have to win this ball game. I think even with Nick Imawari possibly being out, even with Spoon possibly being out, this defense can handle the Pittsburgh Steelers. DK is going to be a problem. Calvin Austin is going to be a problem. Every team has problems. This is the NFL, not college football where you can just pick on people, okay? But the offense is going to have to go out there. I think it's going to be a lower scoring game. I can't tell you my score right now because I got to wait till Sunday when I'm with the boys on the pregame show.
You're not buying my 13-9?
No, you said 13-9, then also you said like 28-30.
No, I said 28-24 Seattle, which I have to stick with. And then I said, watch it be 13-9.
No, you can switch it up if you want to.
No, I think I'm going to stick with it.
You're going to stick with it?
Yeah, because that was the one that I felt confident in at the time. And I've only since recently been convinced from analysts that it will not be high scoring.
Yeah, I mean, it could be
stubborn with it.
I mean, they did put up 34 against the Jets, you know?
That was a high-scoring game.
The Jets have a pretty good defense, too.
Yeah.
But who knows, man? But I think it's going to be a lower-scoring game, but I think there's going to be a defining moment where the offense just has to get her done. The offense has to lead the charge here, especially with all the injuries on defense. They held you down the first week. You didn't let them down. You just didn't perform the way you wanted to. Only $150 through the air, 84 on the ground. That's not going to be enough. The offense has to take a step forward. So deciding factor, everyone on the offensive side of the ball.
4th down. What can we learn about Sam Darnold this week?
You know, when you're in 4th-down territory like we are right now, and on 3rd down you run the football because you know you're going to go for it on 4th down. That's what I did on 3rd down. I ran the football. Okay, because I'm connected with 4th down now. Okay.
Concepts. It's mesh.
Bam. Sam's going to have a moment. He's going to have a defining drive during this game. It could be right before the half. It could be at the end of the game. It could be in the 3rd quarter. But there's going to be a drive to where every man says some football cliches. Got to score here. Big 3rd down.
Big 3rd down.
Big possession. It's going to be one of those moments where every man mansplaining the game to whoever's around him is going to say, this is a big drive for Sam here.
I love those moments. Like, if you don't convert, the game is over. Big 3rd down here.
Big 3rd down.
Really?
Hey, really flip field position here. You know, just the things that we say when we watch the game.
It's
all
so
true.
bad,
All
but
true.
so true.
But just duh. You know, he's going to have those moments to where you're going to have a Bud Light or whatever you drink in your hand. You're going to look at your nephew, your wife, your cousin, or whoever, and you're going to say, this is a big drive for Sam Darnold. He's going to have one of those moments. He's going to need one of those moments, and we're going to learn, can he shake off last year, that stench, that funk from the Lions, and who's the other team that smacked him? The Rams?
From the Vikings last year?
Yeah.
Lions and Rams.
Lions and Rams, right? You got to get that off of you. Prove to yourself and the people that you can come through when Lil Bobby's dad says this is a big drive for Sam.
I need everyone just to themselves or aloud to no one, your family that's not listening, just on the first 3rd down. Big 3rd down here.
Big 3rd down.
I was just telling Curtis, I say it to nobody on my couch.
Regularly?
On my own in a studio
I've never in my life out loud said big 3rd down
Yes,
down
you
here.
have.
No, I haven't.
There's no way you watch as much football as you watch and never set yourself big 3rd down. No way. No way, Stacy.
I mean, okay, maybe. Don't pin that on me.
You've done it. You watch too much football. Everyone who's watched football, text line, text in right now. Have you ever said to yourself or to anyone, big 3rd down
like,
here?
imagine a 3rd down that you simply have no choice but to convert. Big third down.
Of course. We state the obvious. That's what we do. I'm going to call a game this year
You
on
better not
ESPN,
say big third
and
down.
I'm going to
here.
say it's a big third down here, Roxy.
Roxy Bernstein. Right you are, Michael Bumpus.
I know you're in the studio for USF Miami this weekend. It is maybe the single biggest college football game this weekend.
Big game,
and you have
Stacy.
the spotlight.
2 ranked teams.
I dare you to say it was a big third down.
I'm going to record it.
Okay.
I'm going to record
Please
it.
say
I'm
big
going to say
third
it to
down.
Mike Yam on Saturday. I'm going to like, it's a big third down, yeah. Look, Rory 206. Got to have this one. Yes. Yes.
I need to know other football cliches people say. I watch
Gotta get the run
silently.
going.
Get the run.
Got to establish the run.
Got to make that tackle.
Oh, that's going to hurt him.
That's going to hurt him. What about had to catch that?
Got to have those.
Gotta have those.
Gotta catch
Gotta
Oh
make
my
that
God. You guys are walking stereotypes. The Seahawks season's underway, and we want to send one of you and 3 friends to watch the game on September 21st against the Saints. All you need to do is open the Seattle Sports app and click the Win tab to find out how. If you don't already have the app, just text the word app to 866-979-3776, and we'll send you a link to download. Enter daily to increase your chances to win. This contest runs through Monday, September 15th. Let's see what's on tonight.
What's on tonight with Bump and Stacy, brought to you by Caesars Sportsbook at Muckleshoot. Now, here's what's on tonight.
The Mariners take on the Angels for the second of a 4-game series tonight at 7 p.m. Big game. Former Mariner Yusei Kikuchi on the mound for the Halos. Luis Castillo, today's starter for Seattle. Pregame starts at 6 p.m. on Seattle Sports. Steelers coming your way next.
Touchdown Seahawks!
Celebrating 50 years of Seahawks football with the voice of the Seahawks, Steve Rabel.
Number 96, Cortez Kennedy. He was as wide as he was tall, and he was in the backfield terrorizing quarterbacks and throwing them to the ground before they knew what hit them.
The Seahawks hit the road for the first time this season in hostile Pittsburgh. Seahawks, Steelers, Sunday. Kickoff at 10 a.m.
On the home of the Seahawks, Seattle Sports.
Start having fun. Caesars Sportsbook at Muckleshoot Casino Resort is your #1 place to eat, drink, watch, and have fun. Keep up with your favorite sports anywhere and everywhere on property with the mobile app. Visit muckleshootcasino.com today. Scan the QR code and let the play begin.
Muckleshoot.
Have you tried the dining district at the Bellevue Collection? Grab lunch with friends, meet up for happy hour, and stay for dinner and beyond. You can sample international flavors and local favorites from talented chefs. Try a new cocktail on a rooftop bar or watch the game with friends and explore the lively nightlife scene. The Dining District at the Bellevue Collection, where your taste adventure begins. Learn more at BellevueCollection.com/dining district.
At Lake Washington Windows and Doors, we offer premium windows that are 25% more energy efficient, reduce noise by 50%, and come with clean glass technology. And Leak Armor installation gives you a lifetime warranty to protect your home. Visit LakeWashingtonWindows.com.
Tired of uneven heating, noisy systems, and high energy bills? The Quilt Ductless Heat Pump from Home Comfort Alliance gives you room-by-room control and serious savings with every system, and every system qualifies for max tax credits. Call the Comfort People at HomeComfortAlliance.com.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time on a fancy water bottle with ultra titanium alloy metal. You're not sure why you need all that. I mean, it just holds water, but you're getting it anyway. Because if you're hiking near an active volcano and you accidentally drop the bottle into molten lava, your water will still be icy cold. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time. For water bottles. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
University of Maryland Global Campus offers more than 55 flexible online certificates that provide short-term credentials and real-world skills you can use immediately. With a range of affordable undergraduate and graduate certificates in high-demand fields like business, AI, cybersecurity, data analytics, and healthcare, you can earn credentials quickly to help advance your career. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your RV, RV wins.
What, are you going to take the RV to the lake or clean out your closet?
RV wins!
Putting the dishes away or taking the RV camping?
RV wins!
Cleaning the fridge or taking a trip to the beach?
RV wins!
You might want to clean the fridge real quick because, mold.
We clean out the fridge, then take the RV out.
With Progressive, you can bundle your RV with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings in your RV. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states and situations.
What is your next success story? At University of Maryland Global Campus, you can succeed again with more than 135 affordable online degrees and certificates to help you move your career forward. From cybersecurity and AI to healthcare and MBA, our programs help you build critical thinking, leadership, and communication skills that set you apart in today's job market. Designed for working adults, focused on the future. Classes start September 17th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
The Bump and Stacy Show is powered in part each day by the caring and compassionate team at Pendergast Law Personal Injury Lawyers. Go to pendergastlaw.com.
Hi, this is Nancy Penrose, owner of Big Trees in Snohomish. Big Trees has certified arborists and site experts who help you select the right trees for the right location on your property. When Big Trees installs a tree, we offer a 1-year warranty and 1 free aftercare visit from a board-certified master arborist. To learn more about our process, visit BigTreeSupply.com.
Beauty, privacy, instantly. Big Trees.
If you've been in a wreck or a fender bender,
You have the right to take your vehicle to any repair facility, not just where your insurance company tells you to go. Accurate Auto Body has been family owned and operated since 1994, and they work for you, not your insurance company. With over 25 years of auto repair work, they'll exceed your expectations.
we meet by accident, fixing every last bit. Accurate Auto Body.
At Accurate Auto Body, all their work is performed by certified technicians, only using OEM parts to guarantee the safety of you and your family. For the best in auto body collision repair and customer service, give them a call at 425-883-2450 or AccurateAutoBodyWA.com. Your insurance company may not love them, but you will, because
We meet by accident, fixing every last bit. Accurate Auto Body.
September is Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. I'm joined by Tim Hunter, who underwent treatment in February. Tim, what's it like to go through the CyberKnife treatment?
Well, you go in, you do a 5-day-in-a-row stint. You go to the Swedish hospital, and it's they say set aside 45 minutes for each treatment. It's really only about 35 minutes of that little robotic arm dancing around you. There's no pain involved. It was just too easy.
Treat prostate cancer with Swedish CyberKnife. Go to swedish.org/CyberKnifeProstate.
This hour is brought to you by Mazda of Everett.
Steelers, 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 Steelers. Steel drums.
I see what you did.
Steelers.
That's pretty clever.
Okay. All right. That's enough. You really went with it.
Yeah, I
Okay,
did.
yeah, thank you. It's Steelers.
Reminds me of,
That's hard to say.
It's like being on a cruise ship.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Isn't that playing Beetlejuice?
Yeah. We are getting you ready for this matchup by looking at everything Steelers, including a few Seahawks crossovers here. Bump and Curtis facing off. 10 questions, 5 apiece for this one. I threw in an extra. Okay. Bump, your first question. Max Starks, color analyst of the Steelers, praised Aaron Rodgers for really buying into the philosophy of Arthur Smith, that being a strong rushing game, heavy formations. He was formerly head coach of the Saints, but many years before was born as son to the founder of which major transportation and e-commerce company?
Big ups. Trev at UPS as I'm going with the ops. FedEx.
That is correct. I was like, oh no.
DHL.
DHL.
I couldn't decide if I
I
wanted
prefer the
multiple
Pony
choice.
Express, actually.
Curtis.
Yes.
Bump up 1-0. Terry Bradshaw is the only quarterback to win back-to-back Super Bowls twice. Which team did he? I'm just kidding. And in all of those seasons, this other very famous Steeler spearheaded the run.
That'd be Franco Harris.
Correct. Bump. Back to you. Tied at 1 apiece. Aaron Rodgers is the third new starting quarterback for the Steelers in as many seasons. Name 5 other teams this season with a new starting quarterback.
With a new starting quarterback.
A new starting quarterback.
You got J.J. McCarthy.
Yes, I counted it.
With the Vikings. You have... Oh, these are the ones that always get me.
You got it. These
are the ones that always get me.
Just go like west to east or something.
All right, you have the Raiders with Geno Smith.
3 more?
3 more? I got to go 5?
Yes, that's the question.
Dang.
Come on. I'm counting on you.
And
they
then,
can't win.
on.
They're going to win.
They usually win. It's fine. And then we have, look at my brain. This is scrambling right now. It's just the pressure. There's just a lot going on here. You have the Titans.
Yes.
With Cam Ward.
You're doing it.
3.
You're doing it. Only 2 more.
And then you have ATL with Michael Penix.
Yeah, we don't have all the time.
He finished the year as their starter.
I counted it as a new starter because he wasn't the starter. He wasn't the week 1 starter.
He had to earn it. He had to prove it.
Don't take this one away. Okay, 1 more.
Okay. And then we have
Bump. I'm so disappointed.
I'm disappointed myself. My brain's on college football right now.
Okay.
And then I can't say the Jets with Justin Fields. Yes, I can because he's a new starter. That's 5.
Yeah. You did forget the Seahawks.
Right in front of your very eyes.
I'm wearing the sweater for crying out loud.
Other options: Giants, Colts, Browns. All right, let's keep it moving.
Browns would have. I was thinking Browns, but Joey Flacco started last year.
Did he start week 1 last year?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm glad that you didn't say that one then because I would have counted it. Curtis, yesterday, like I said, we talked with Max Starks all about the Steelers. This is a tough one, but which position group did he warn us would be a very valuable weapon for the Steelers' offense?
For their offense?
Do you remember? Okay, I was making sure it was fair.
I'll say the running backs.
It was the tight ends.
Pat Freiermuth.
Yes.
Freiermuth.
Bump. Chance to pull ahead here. You're up 2-1. It's the Super Bowl we hate talking about because the Seahawks were robbed. But in Super Bowl 40, who was named MVP? I knew Curtis would know.
Smith.
So.
Smith.
First name?
Is it Malcolm?
In Super Bowl 40, the Seahawks Steelers.
Oh, Seahawks Steelers.
Yeah.
Oh, it was the bus. Was it? No. It was.
We can't give you any hints, Bump.
It was only fair to ask you this question because...
Was it Ben Roethlisberger?
No.
Was it Heinz Ward?
Yeah.
That was his 4th guess. We can't give him points on that.
Curtis.
Hey, I'm just like, y'all, I try to forget that stuff, man.
Curtis.
I got kicked out of a party that Super Bowl.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Bump wasn't fully aware.
You were probably in college.
I was in college.
Yeah.
I got kicked out of a party.
Go Cougs. The Steelers have the most AFC North titles by no small margin and have won 6 Super Bowls. But Curtis, they haven't won a playoff game since 2020, 2016, or 2014.
I'm going to say 2016 because I think in 2020 they lost to the Browns. So 2016.
Bump's already nodding. Yes, that's correct. Bump. Tied 2-2. True or false? The AFC North is the only division in the NFL where no team has hosted a Super Bowl.
AFC North. Let's get the Steelers. That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Too cold. It's too cold in the North.
Curtis, Mike Tomlin is the longest tenured head coach in the league.
We had to give Bump
I was also correct
sound effect,
with that point. Who's the second longest tenured head coach?
I believe it's his divisional opponent, John Harbaugh in Baltimore.
That is correct. Yeah. Tied 3-3. This is working out perfectly for my tiebreaker. Bump. The last time these two teams, Seahawks and Steelers, faced off, it was back in 2023 in Seattle. Now, that was a loss. Bummer. Which backup quarterback for the Steelers led Pittsburgh to a win?
Oh, man, this is what we was getting beat by all these backups.
That is true.
We're down bad.
The Giants had everyone had a backup, and everyone
Colt
beat
McCoy.
Seattle. Colt McCoy beat Seattle.
Was it Rudolph?
It was.
Yeah. We love some Rudolph, don't we?
Curtis, to tie it, you do have multiple choice.
Myles Garrett loves him too.
Aaron Rodgers had the fewest average air yards in the league in week 1. Average intended air yards in the league in week 1. Who had the most?
I think.
Josh. Oh,
wait.
You just
Go
want to answer?
ahead. Go ahead.
No, you feel confident about it.
I want to hear it.
Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, to clarify, or Jordan Love?
I'm going to say, Josh Allen threw for 1 million yards on Sunday Night Football. Could it have been Jordan Love? I'm going to say it was Josh Allen.
It was Jordan Love.
Talked myself out of it.
I know you talked yourself out of it. We're still going to the tiebreaker because I said so. So bump 1. Now
I need your stinking point.
Yeah, you would have won 5-3. All right. We gave you quite a bit of time for this.
You sure did. I appreciate your
we knew
kindness.
you'd get there. We knew you'd get there.
You know?
Yeah. Okay. Go back and forth naming animals with teeth.
With teeth.
With teeth.
With teeth.
Not even sharp teeth.
Animals with teeth.
Bunny rabbit.
Cat.
Dog.
Quick, you gotta be quick.
I said dog.
Yeah, you already lost.
A piranha.
Okay, no, it's Bump. No, Bump. Your tiebreaker question, you already won. But typically, if anyone's listening for the first time, this is how it worked. Let's say these two are tied. Bump just won the tiebreaker. You get the question. And if you get it wrong, Curtis wins no matter what. Obviously, today you already won, so this isn't the case. But just if anyone needs to know the rules. Name an animal without teeth.
Wow. Animal without teeth.
An animal without teeth.
Does a worm count?
I don't know. Do they have teeth?
They don't have teeth.
Stacy, you're the one that came up with the question. You should have the answer.
Is a worm an animal?
That was my question. Yeah.
Worm's the first thing that came to my mind.
Worms don't have teeth. Okay, fine. I'll count it. Worms are an animal. Okay, that counts. I was thinking maybe you'd say
You're so disappointed.
Well, I thought you'd say like bird, turtle.
Nah.
The worm. It got me. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think about worms. So I thought, well, they are there, I guess.
Because you don't golf. If you golf,
okay.
Worms would be on your mind.
All right. Well, Bump wins this week for Steelers. Up to a 2-0 start, which is tough stuff, Curtis.
You know what they say, Curtis. You go down 0-3, don't make the playoffs.
Woo! Curtis, you got to
Long
win
season,
Saints. We have a lot of concerns about this injury report for the Seahawks heading into week 2 against the Steelers. And Mike Macdonald is scheduled to speak with reporters ahead of this game. That's coming your way next.
Looking for even more Seahawks content? Then you gotta check out The Reset. Hey, it's G. Scott, and every week, me and my co-host and Seahawks great Brandon Meebane talk Seahawks. We break down the matchups, and we're joined by former Seahawks players.
From Lakewood to Lombardi, Seahawks champion, my main man, Jermaine Kearse.
What up, G? Watch The Reset live on YouTube or subscribe on the Seattle Sports app.
Everyone wants to get the best deal they can when they buy a car. But what about when you want to sell your car? Of course, you want to get the most money possible, but how can you get the most you can without selling it yourself? That's where my friends at Wayscar Ford in Auburn step in. Not only will they buy your car today, but that's just the beginning. Once they resell your old car, they send you another check for 50% of the profit of the sale of your old car. They've already given back over $800,000 to customers. It's such a great offer, and I know exactly what you're thinking. How are they able to do it? It's not a consignment because you get paid for your car right away. Wayscar Ford pays you right up front. They buy your car for fair market value. No more insurance, no more maintenance, no more storage. And then they pay you half the profit when they resell your car. So get the most money possible for your old car at Wayscar Ford Isuzu in Auburn and let them do the work. WayscarFord.com.
Well, I'm here with my good buddy, Dr. Dan Nelson from Eastside Pain and Regenerative Medicine. And you've heard from Dr. Dan's patients over the years how a simple stem cell procedure has successfully conquered their pain. Well, folks, now it's my turn. After years of dealing with knee pain from all the football abuse, I can say my knee pain now is almost 100% gone. How'd you do it, Dr. Dan?
Well, Brock, personally, I'm very happy that you did so well. And your story is like so many of our other patients who come in, former athletes and non-athletes as well, who have come in with chronic knee pain and and they are looking for alternatives besides knee replacement surgery. And we're happy to provide this service. It's been truly a game changer for so many folks. It's just been a pleasure to be part of this.
Consider Dr. Nelson, the only doctor with over 30 years of experience in pain medicine techniques, including stem cell therapy. I was in and out with a couple of follow-ups. It's a non-surgical solution to pain using your own stem cells. Consider stem cell therapy with Dr. Daniel Nelson, MD at 425-823-4000 or visit DanielNelsonMD.com. That's DanielNelsonMD.com.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home for you so you attract the right buyers. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
Stacy Rost here. It's time to recognize a woman in our sports community with the 2025 Women of Inspiration Award. The nominations are in, and the Seattle chapter of WISE, which stands for Women in Sports and Events, needs your help selecting a winner. Voting is open now until September 26th at woiseattle.org. The winner will receive a generous cash donation from WISE and their partners for the cause of their choice. Help honor a local woman today. Vote by September 26th at woiseattle.org.
The home of the Mariners.
Left off to center. It is on its way. Julio, two-run home run.
Hear every pitch on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
Rick Riz here with Luke Wilson, a local owner of Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington. With your help and the Improve Your Play program, Pella has chosen a local youth athletic program to receive a $5,000 grant. Luke, who's the lucky winner this week?
Rick, we could not be more excited to announce Shelton Youth Football and Cheer as one of two winners of this $5,000 grant.
Thanks to Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington for helping our local youth thrive.
Luxury has arrived at Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. The hotel is open and you can book now at snocasino.com. The destination spa, the expanded non-smoking gaming floor, the big 2,000-seat entertainment space and convention center, and yeah, the new restaurants, food venues as well. Effortless style and the utmost in relaxation. Go to snocasino.com to book. Seattle's closest is now Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel.
Did you know in Washington State, you can see a physical therapist without a referral from your doctor? That's right. Thanks to Direct Access, you can skip the wait and get the care you need right away. Shannon O'Kelly, how has Direct Access changed the game?
Direct Access for us, Brock, is a game changer. Why? Is because there is so much research and data out there that says if you get in early when you have a musculoskeletal problem or an injury, the earlier you get in and we can start care, the better outcomes and the decreased downstream cost, okay? So it's so important. Our providers are all doctors of physical therapy. They're all trained to identify situations and problems. They've got the skill, they've got the talent, they've got the knowledge. If you get in and start therapy early, we're going to get you back to activity, pain-free, and moving and having fun.
Fast, easy, effective. Direct Access is your path to better movement, starting with a single step. Visit irgpt.com to schedule your appointment today. irgpt.com.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio,
This is Bumpin' Stacy.
weekdays 10 to 2.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
All right, latest from Mike Macdonald and some pretty concerning injury updates coming up in 5 minutes. Right now, what I need to know. You're stuck in the studio when the zombie apocalypse happens. What are you grabbing to fight your way to safety?
In the studio?
In the studio, in this room right now.
Zombies? You need a gun. Ain't no guns in here.
Well,
we've got a baseball bat back
I'm just
here.
saying, not everyone is going to be
bag,
fully prepared. Okay, so we do have a bat.
I'm going to the kitchen and grabbing all the knives.
Okay, they're butter knives.
No, they got some sharp ones in there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe like a cheap steak knife.
Some.
Hey, maybe unscrew your mic handle Use that as a weapon.
Yeah, I got a lot of pens. I'm
using your headphone cord to choke out the zombies.
I'm clicking all my pens out, and then I'm sticking 4 through my fingers like Wolverine.
Listen, we're dying.
Bump.
None of that is gonna stop
You
a
don't
zombie.
have any faith in us.
We're in a soundproof studio.
Yeah.
Our screams for help will not be heard.
We'd have to stay. I mean,
You're
we'd have
fast.
to stay in here.
You're a fast runner. Curtis played baseball and has a bat. I made friends easily.
Oh, we're able to run though. We're not trying to just stay and fight. If we're able to run, we're good. You're talking about staying and fighting. That's option like C.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
out of
but
this
if we
piece.
have to use a weapon, you're getting the knives from the kitchen.
I'm not using weapons. I'm using my feet. I'm gone.
Okay. Well, fair.
If you took those cameras off their stands downstairs, you could have a pretty good
You're running downstairs
sword or something.
And
You're
then
not gonna
coming
have
back
enough
up.
time.
I can smash
and then
this
fight. Just
mug.
run. Get out of here.
There's a lot of thumbtacks back here. I don't know if we can do anything
We'll
with
obviously
that.
have to just run, but there are things that we can use here. You know.
For those of us who brought water bottles, these ones can pack a punch.
Okay.
I don't have mine today.
Okay. 866-979-3776. This one we had yesterday, but I'm going to revisit it because we didn't have time. What I need to know. How do you help a partner be more punctual? Realistically, my wife would need to wake up at 4:30 a.m. to be ready to leave the house at 9 with how long she takes. But despite years of this pattern, she never gives herself enough time. We were supposed to be out at 8:45 today for an errand. I knew it when she woke up at 7:30 that wasn't happening. They said, I can get up and be ready, but ain't no way with my wife. I had to run errands by myself, got back at 11, and she still wasn't ready. She just got home, so had to put the AirPods on in case you answer.
That's different.
Well, the reason why she wasn't ready is because she knew you went out and did the errand.
Yeah.
She didn't have any urgency to get ready at that point.
You gotta just at some point be like, we have to leave. I'm leaving. Then you're not going.
I think you also got to make sure the time is displayed in a spot where she can see it, whether that be a wall clock, a digital clock of some kind. Because I know we all have the time on our phones, but not all of us have our phones like right in front of our line of sight all the time.
Yeah. Someone said fast or slow zombies. What if they're slow zombies?
There's some that are.
What if they're slow and you know that you could fight them?
If they're slow, there's no need. Why?
To make them stop coming after you.
I'm gone. Why are you?
Well, okay, no.
Why are you obsessed with fighting when you don't need to fight? Just go.
What if we couldn't leave this room? The building's surrounded. We have to kill zombies to get a path to safety.
Well, that's a different story.
So what are you taking from this room? The knives in the kitchen?
Room. Knives in
from
the kitchen.
This room.
I'm grabbing all the mugs. Those are now projectiles.
Yeah, smash those.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you could do like brass knuckles situation with your hand through the mug handles. I've thought a lot of this through. I've been thinking about that for 5 minutes.
You have been.
I know. All right, one more quick one here, and then we'll get to Mike Macdonald. What would you rather be? The single smartest person you know, but very, very, very socially awkward? Or the most socially intelligent person, but average to maybe even below average intelligence?
Social intelligence.
Yeah.
That gets you further.
I think it maybe makes you live a happier life, too.
Yeah.
Just like a good,
Get more
healthy community
opportunities
support
just
system.
by being social.
I think, unfortunately, that is the answer.
Yeah.
Like, if you're the first one, if you're the smartest person in the world, I hope you go on to find cures for diseases and do things most people aren't capable of. I think I'm also choosing the second one.
Yeah.
Just to be able to get along with people, have friends and family that are around. And you don't need to be the smartest person. I know a lot of dumb people. You know, Ian just raised his hand.
Oh, shit.
All right. Let's get to Mike Macdonald. Some big questions on an injury report heading into Seahawks Steelers.
Just had a good practice, and fortunately, it's still Friday. We get, another however many hours before we play the game, so we got time to dial it in and feel great going into the game.
So with Nick, is there a hope that can be like a 2 or 3 week thing as opposed to?
Yeah, that's the thought. Is that it's not like it's I don't think it's like a steady line that you can project, which makes it tricky. But we're hoping it's less than the time that it would take on IR. That's why we haven't done it yet.
Maybe you want to keep it under wraps, but I mean, replacing Devin. I'm sure obviously you have a plan for that, but is that?
We're all eggs in one basket. Yeah, we have plan A's, A, B, and C, D. thinking of an Austin Powers line right now, but it's probably not appropriate.
Devin was obviously able to finish the game on Sunday. Is it just in the day or two after it started to become a thing?
Yeah, his adrenaline's pumping like crazy, and just shows you he's tough as nails, and you wouldn't have thought it or known that he was dealing with it as the game went on.
Do you expect that to be a long-term thing?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Is that where you, hope you work out before the game and make a decision, or hope you can go, or hope you can show? Or...
Yeah, we're probably going to take it up to the game, decide what's going to happen, yeah.
Uchenna doesn't have an injury designation. Sounds like you're expecting him to make his debut.
Yeah, Uchenna, we'll see how many plays, but Uchenna will make his debut. We're really excited, and he's working his tail off. He's practicing great, and really happy for him because of the work that he's put in. Like we had an initial timetable, and he's knocked that out of the park. So can't wait to watch him play.
Obviously, you're excited to have the player back, but when he's been through what he has injury-wise the last couple of years, just how good is it to see?
Yeah, it's like I said, I just can't wait to see him run out there, and I know the guys are fired up. So he's earned this opportunity, and hopefully this is the first of many great performances this year and years to come.
You signed Shaq Griffin back to 53 yesterday. Where can he fit in, and what have you kind of seen out of him?
Yeah, he's done a great job. He's right there. If some things were to happen, he'd be the next guy in the game, probably him and Nehemiah. So, but he's rearing ready to go, practicing great.
And how did you see Reek Woolen kind of respond to the week?
Reek had a good week of practice. Did a good job. Made some plays today. It was great. And Reek's, look, a couple plays, let's worry about our process and keep going. It's the same thing with our football team. We're going to stick to what we do and believe in our process and keep rolling.
Where do you feel Tyrese Knight is at right now? As he kind of missed so much time there and got his feet wet again last week. How do you kind of see him getting back up to his?
Yeah, I think he has more confidence in his knee, and just game reps are invaluable. We got to remember he's in his second year, and he didn't start the whole part of last year. So in a way, he's kind of still a rookie in some sense without having all the practice reps to stand on. So, but he'll make a huge jump this week, and I know his knee feels a lot better, so that should help.
With Derek and Bobo getting back, what kind of boost is that, especially on special teams? Those guys are
well, yeah, it's just great to have him back as kind of part of the mix, and each offer their kind of unique talents on offense and special teams. Reek in the return game, gunner game, all that stuff. Jake can kind of do everything, and offensively, they give us a physical presence, and obviously like sure hands and being able to run routes and get open and stuff. All that stuff is important, but yeah, excited to see them get back.
And Julian didn't practice yesterday. Was that just obviously he's fine now, or?
Yeah, he practiced today. He's going to go on Sunday.
Anything else?
All right. See you guys.
That was the latest from Seahawks head coach Mike Macdonald. Seahawks Steelers going to be Sunday, 10 a.m. for Week 2. Wyman and Bob coming up next.
Seahawks make a move. Wyman and Bob every afternoon at 2.
Abe Lucas signs a 3-year, $46 million extension. How about that?
I've said I think he's the most spectacular offensive lineman until Ray Zabel takes over, because I fully expect that to happen. But when you watch Abe Lucas, it's like, look at this. He's always looking for extra work, or he's running downfield and blowing somebody up.
Dave Wyman and Bob Stelton, only on Seattle Sports and Seattle Sports on YouTube.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten. Classics are remixed. Bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at Xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to the end of summer sale at AutoZone. We're celebrating the end of long days and short nights with big deals for a short time, like car wash. Right now, you can save 20% on the Armor All Complete Car Wash Kit. Need new brakes? Duralast brake pads are free with the purchase of Duralast rotors. We've also got oil deals and more. We're ending the summer right with the end of summer sale at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Mom, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotion. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. Consequently, they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Dial pound 250 and say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk. Everything you need and nothing you don't.
Coverage varies by plan, view contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
This is an announcement to all United States vehicle owners who own a 2003 or newer vehicle with a manufacturer's warranty about to expire, or no warranty coverage at all. With a struggling economy and the cost of living on the rise, Endurance is now offering an affordable, low-cost vehicle coverage plan to the general public. As of today, you could be one of millions of drivers that now may qualify to have your vehicle protected under this coverage and have all future covered auto repairs paid directly to the repair shop for you. You pick your plan. You pick your deductible. You even pick the repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental coverage is included. Get your vehicle protected now and save your wallet from costly vehicle repairs. A toll-free number has been established for you to call for your free 5-minute quote and to see if you qualify. The number to call is 800-266-3845. Again, that's 800-